106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Welcome to the Goddamn Podcast with Drew and TJ. Let's get this goddamn thing started.
You're goddamn right.
Go to your... It's called medicine, you fucking backwoods ass motherfucker. Take medicine.
We pray.
Look, just when you're on the trip, cover your mouth when you sneeze so you don't spread your germs.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think Darkmatter has made yet another record. That is
bars ever.
That is the first goddamn sentence that he's muttered, and he gets on the bars.
It's just that I didn't pronounce it well enough the first time. Drew-arms. I should have just said Drew-arms, and then it would have bam. Oh, that's hilarious. Everyone would have laughed.
Drew-arms sounds wrong. It's Drurms.
Drurms.
Everybody in the chat, Insta-bars.
Jesus Christ.
That is a world record.
God, no shit. Leave it to you.
I saw someone in the chat earlier saying that they didn't realize how much this podcast affects their life because they were watching TV and someone told a bad joke and they yelled at the TV, bars.
Oh man!
Wait, why the hell? Why am I known for bad jokes? I don't.
Because you make them all the time,
Constantly.
You earn that title.
That's why you're in the bald box of shame.
I am starting to get a growing number of comments on videos and stuff like, when are they going to rebel and give you the bars? Well. The day Darkmatter hosts a podcast is the day that I get the bars and probably stay in the bars the entire time.
All right, let's see. Announcements. This is the last show before we go to Vegas. We're going to Vegas tomorrow. So we will probably be doing a patron-only show from Vegas. But we probably won't be doing a show next Tuesday. So sorry, guys. It's like the first time we're missing a show. But, you know, unless something drastic happens or we find a way to really like run a regular show. Because the patron-only show is going to be, I don't know, a little bit half-assed, I guess you could say. It's not going to be run from the same computer, so it's not all going to be the same. But we're going to do our best.
And plus, we don't have... Do we have any of these files, like the...
Oh, I grabbed
layout?
them all. Okay. I grabbed all the shit that we're gonna need really to do the basic, you know, something basic. Nothing super snazzy. Not that our show is super snazzy at any point anyway, but you know what I mean. Let's see other announcements. I wanted to get out of the way. Last show we were having that conversation about the universe, and a lot of people thought I was wrong about this, and they wanted to explain it to me, which is awesome because I'm not scared of being exposed to new information. And so I did a bit of reading, and I have to say that even though my prevailing theory of the big crunch,
hey Darkmatter, you ready?
Exist.
You ready for this?
It's out there. It is not the prevailing theory.
Oh.
The prevailing theory is indeed the heat death or you know, big freeze or whatever they want to call it.
Darkmatter,
so I just wanted to say that, hey, I learned something from the show because my beliefs or thoughts on it were outdated. And so thank you very much for those of you, including Drew and Darkmatter, who were trying to be patient with me and explain it to me. And I appreciate it. So finally, instead of me teaching you guys, like, you know, basic everyday things, you finally taught me something. So I wanted to say thank you. Just wanted to get that out of the way.
That hurt, didn't it?
Are you rolling in the bold box of shame?
Because Drew has a cold, and I said that to spread his Drew arms.
See, he deserved it, didn't he?
Yeah. And plus,
she just patted me on the head, so that tells you
that's worse than the bald box. This is for TJ.
I'm actually impressed, Cactopus. I thought you were going to start Cosmo-splaining.
No. I mean, I will say that my what I was going for. Jesus Christ, what's going on in the background there, man? Yeah.
Oh, that's
Just
my wife
stops
messing around.
stops
mute.
immediately.
A good time to like crumple up newspapers or something. Anyway, I'm what I was talking about, which is I guess best termed the big crunch. It's still a theory. It's something it's hard to totally throw out. It's just not the prevailing theory, and I believe I made the statement that it was the prevailing theory, and in which I was totally incorrect. So, and I did do some reading up, and it did start to make sense to me, because I kept saying like I just have a hard time believing it, and I guess it was just because I hadn't looked at enough information, and now that I have, I'm more than happy to change my opinion. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Next announcement, drunken peasants. This isn't like, I'm not trying to make a big deal out of this. They basically called us a clone of their show, which is pretty funny considering I've been doing live shows like forever, since like the blog TV days, which is long before Drunken Peasants. And now that we've just like given it a solid title and do it on a regular basis, like we are a clone or some shit, that I think that's bullshit. As far as the other stuff goes, yeah, sure. I wasn't trying to create drama. I'd really go out of my way to try and avoid that. I actually like their show. Drew is not a big fan, but I watch, I think, almost all of their episodes. And when I ran the show, I actually watched their episodes and went out of my way not to cover the same topics, because I didn't want to even appear to be a clone in that way. Unless it was like a major topic, I would try to avoid those. And it was pretty easy because they cover a lot of like personal YouTubers and stuff like that, and we don't do that. Mm. But you know, as far as that goes, I'm not trying to. I never called them fucking hypocrites or anything like that. And if my comment had gone through on their video, I wouldn't have even said anything at all on the podcast. I sure as fuck don't feel the need to start some like flame war over some stupid bullshit. You do your thing. We didn't even like. It's funny because for over a year didn't mention them by name, and not a peep. But as soon, I mean, Jesus Christ, it was like I said one thing once for like 20 seconds in one 3.5 hour video, and I'm pretty sure someone just went and tattled, like, "Hey, did you see this?" And they time stamped it or whatever. You know, fine. But the very first mention, it's like immediately we're just some huge clone bullshit. Whatever, man. Quite honestly, I enjoy your show, but I know that we don't look at your show for fucking material. And it's a little difficult because they do their show 3 times a week. We do it once a week. So they get to cover a lot of shit. And so anything that we might accumulate in our once a week show that they might have covered over, 3 different shows, it happens. But we're not them. We're us. So if you want to hear our opinion on a video and it might be the same thing that you've seen covered on their show, fine. I mean, shit, I for like the 5th time, I enjoy the Drunken Peasants personally, but never was I like, that's a great idea, I'm going to totally rip it off. Drew, how long did we talk about starting a podcast before we actually fucking did it?
Well, a long time, because
since like a month after you started the Skeptic Fence show.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess what bothers me about that entire thing is, I don't know, it seems like there's this concept, because I don't watch Drunken Peasants. I've never been a fan of the show. What I hear about it is people like, hey, you should check out just like a timestamp segment. And I would watch and stuff. And some of them were back in the day, like right after we had first started this. And I don't know, all that stuff about DP clones or whatever. But it was just
there were some that like were actual.
Well, yeah, and I don't
covered
know
the same videos. They tried to name themselves very similarly and shit like that. Like, if you're going out of your way to try and like cover the same topics, sure, I guess that clone thing fits. But the idea that like they invented talking about religious
or stupid people
or funny videos and just like having a good time about it is fucking ridiculous.
That's the point I was going to make. I mean, it's not like any of us have a monopoly on ripping on stupid.
If we're going to go,
it's a little Fine Brothers-ish.
Yeah, and if we're going to go that route, I've been wearing sunglasses for a long time, and now all of a sudden Paul Zigo wearing. By the way, I love Paul Zigo. I think he's fucking hilarious. But he's wearing sunglasses. Scotty wearing sunglasses. Oh, I guess I got a copyright on that shit too. Why you cloning off the Coctopus deal? Like whatever.
We invented sunglasses.
See now they're gonna grab that and be like, look, they really trying to start drama. No.
No, but I didn't hear what happened though. I mean, it was a prolonged segment in which they talked about?
No, it wasn't even a big deal. He talked about it for like a minute, and it was about when I said they made fun of Jeb Bush for asking for applause, and then later in their same episode they asked for a thumbs up.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, and then they
which really wasn't even
like I called them fucking hypocrites, which I didn't even do. And by the way, wouldn't have brought it up at all if it hadn't have been for the fact that my comments weren't going through to their videos. In fact, just today, like days after their last, I tried to reply to them when they talked to us through a comment, and of course it didn't go through until today, like 2 days later. And now I'm starting to get like replies and thumbs up and shit like that. So it's not. I don't even think it's them. I think it's probably the spam filter.
Yeah, it's probably a YouTube thing. Like Coctopus had brought that up to me. Like his comments weren't going through, and I was like, dude, however low my opinion might be of anybody on that show, or just not caring either way, they don't seem like the type that are just like
absolutely
they're
not.
fucking censoring comments.
If they were like that, I wouldn't really feel comfortable even watching them, because if I felt like I ever had something to say, I'd have to walk on eggshells, and I can't stand that shit. And that's one of the reasons I do like them. But that's the only reason I brought it up in the first place, or even mentioned it. But all of a sudden and then later on, after that, it was 10 minutes later, he brought me up again. Apparently because my name is TJ, and I'm on YouTube, and I'm an atheist, and I'm also tall, I have to differentiate myself somehow from Amazing Atheist. So I figured the best way to differentiate that is I don't have a micro penis. And I've never fucked a banana. So there's a good enough differentiation. I thought the idea of a screen name was the differentiation. If two people have the same fucking name and you're trying to refer to one and different, then call them Amazing Atheist or call me Coctopus.
Well, surely he couldn't have been serious about that. I mean, these are like that's a fucking birth.
That was all in joke.
I'm sure it had to have been.
He said I should call myself TJ McBitcherson, or whatever my last name is. And damn, that was a good guess. You nailed it.
Big bitchers.
I was actually going to make that joke right before you started into it. It was like, hey, you both TJs, both tall. I was going to be like, oh, your mom is the one who actually stole the idea for the show, because she's the one that gave birth to you.
Yeah, it's all in good fun. I'm pretty sure most of it's just joking around anyway. And look, we can take a joke. I'm certainly not butthurt about it. I'm not going to stop watching Drunken Peasants, and I'm not going to devote pretty much any more time to talking about them, other than to say thanks for mentioning us, and no drama involved. We're beyond that. We're above that. All right, buddy.
It's all cool. And if anybody here, I know we have a
lot of fans,
a lot of viewers here
fans.
that
they're like, we watch both. I enjoy blah blah blah.
Watch whatever the fuck you like.
Totally fine with it. I'm not asking you to fucking choose. I'm not choosing, for fuck's sake.
I watch Drunken Peasants because it's a terrific podcast, and I watch this one because I like the bald guy.
Yeah.
And I will give a shout out to Ben. He's I think I've agreed more with Ben on certain topics.
Is that the luchador?
I do like Ben.
Is that that guy?
I would. In fact, Drew, I wish you were more like Ben.
That's the mask guy.
Yeah, the guy that actually runs the show. That's why he has something in common with you, and I'm allowed to bring it up.
Whoa, wait a minute. So now we have the guy that runs the show? I mean, this whole thing just reeks of fucking cloning. Jesus.
It's really funny because we stream on a different website. We have a different kind of layout. We have a different format of the way that we go about the show. It's just, I mean, sure, we cover right-wing watch videos, by the way. We were covering those from the start, and they didn't cover them that much for a long time. And I can understand it's a gold mine. Anyone would want to cover it, but you can't just be anyone that does cover it but can't do it because we do it and we have more viewers or whatever. Fuck that.
Well, either way,
2 hours from now. Okay, I'm not talking about the Drunken Peasants anymore.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm
all
just
good.
saying that if you if you want to, I mention them, sure. So they're allowed to mention us, and I'm allowed to reply or whatever. But I'm not going to turn it into some big flame where they want to cover us again. Fine. They don't. Fine. It's not bothering me. I'm still going to watch their shit. I'm not going to get butthurt about any of this kind of stuff. It's just not the kind of person I am.
Sweet. So, let the cloning continue.
And as someone said in the comments, it was AP, Blog TV was the shit. I missed the fuck out of Blog TV.
The old days.
Hey, I just had an idea for like a segment we can do. Like, we can guess if someone's a troll or not a troll.
Oh, man, that's totally original. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And then we'll cover some Brett Keane videos. And then some crazy people. We'll do some Vigilant Christian.
Yeah.
But I mean, see, I enjoy watching all of that, but they got it covered. They have it covered. We could always. I don't know anything more than they do about Brett. I'm not like trolling or watching Brett Keane videos looking for material.
But dude, we could always do like the old days when we were doing the live shows all the time. We could always bring Nephilim Free back in here.
Oh, gee. Oh.
Yeah. Everybody remembers
him on Drunken Peasants a long time ago, and they put up with him for like 3 minutes, and they're like, "Oh, get rid of this asshole."
3 minutes of Nephilim Free goes a long fucking way.
It does.
The guy does not shut the fuck up, and he does not let you get a word in edgewise.
Maybe we should find that clip of Darkmatter telling Nephilim to shut the fuck up.
It's the Gish Gallup sporting.
He kept asking me questions and wouldn't let me fucking answer. An asshole.
You know what? In light of that memory, Darkmatter, enjoy your freedom.
Freedom.
You're getting out of that bald box.
That's right. That's what you get. You can like I did. I hung up on Nephilim, or you could just tell him to shut the fuck up, or you can. My favorite thing I ever did was ask Nephilim. I'm like, look, I was like, I work as a prep chef, in like a high class seafood restaurant. I was like, what do you do for a living? He's like, well, I can't disclose that. I'm like, wait a second, what are you on disability or something? Like, why would you not disclose? I'm not, it's not like I said like I'm a vice president of some point. I'm not trying to like outdo
like
you.
Super intimidating
chef
career.
Prep, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's because people would make fun of him for it if he made it public. I'm sure. I mean, and there's no shame. You got to work for a living. It doesn't matter what you do. But either he's on disability and and he shouldn't be, or maybe he's got a job that he knows that assholes on the internet are going to make fun of or something and throw in his face.
Everyone's got to make a fucking living, dude. I've done some shitty jobs in the past. I've worked at a gas station. I worked at a gas station for a long time because it was the only job I could find that would go around my school schedule. My school schedule was nuts, and it was third shift. That's why it went around that schedule. That totally I'm not fucking proud of that shit, but at the same time, I'm not embarrassed of it. You do what you got to fucking do, man. I won't pick on anyone for what they do for a living unless it's someone who's against prostitution, but they hook. You know what I mean? Like when you're a total hypocrite about the shit. Like if you're making minimum wage and bitching about what you get paid, but then you're also a Republican. Yeah. I might point
pretty much. That's not necessarily a job thing. But if you're making like $20,000-$30,000 a year and you vote Republican, you deserve to be made fun of.
Yeah, you're voting against your best interest. Anyway, now we've wasted 20 minutes. Let's get to some fucking videos.
Yeah, let's waste more time. This was yours.
Yeah, I sent this. I want Darkmatter to tell me if he gets it after the first time.
So you want me to stop it before she answers?
After the first time, yeah. Well, you can let her answer, but stop.
Right, Jen, I've got another question for you, alright? I want to see how you get along with this. You should get this one, to be fair. Right, the question is, in a one-story pink house, there was a pink person, a pink cat, a pink fish, a pink computer, a pink chair, pink table, pink telephone, pink shower. Basically, everything was pink, yeah?
Yeah.
So what colour were the stairs?
Pink.
No, there's no stairs in a one-story house.
See, alright, you nailed it. You got it, Darkmatter, because you're not an idiot. But
okay.
Let's see, how many times do you think this has to be explained to her?
Are you going to answer, Darkmatter?
How many times does it have to be explained to her?
Just take a guess.
And I'll make it easier. Do you think she ever comes to an understanding?
Because we're playing this video, I'm gonna guess no.
No.
What do you mean no?
It's no, they're not.
There's a pink man who lives in a pink house and everything is pink. What colour are his stairs? They're going to be fucking pink, innit?
They're not pink, Jen.
What do you know? They're not pink, Brad.
They're not pink.
Read it again.
Right, in a one-story pink house, yeah?
Yeah.
There's a pink person, a
Right.
pink cat, pink fish, pink computer, pink chair, pink table, pink telephone, pink shower. Everything was pink. So what colour are the stairs?
Pink.
No, they're not.
What do you mean? No, they're fucking not. Yes.
I like that she gets so pissy about it.
So, what do you think? Of course, they're pink. You said everything in the house is pink. In houses, they have fucking stairs, right? So they're fucking pink stairs, right?
They are, Brad. If he lives in a pink house and everything is pink,
Yeah.
even his fucking cat is pink,
Yeah.
and him himself is pink,
Yeah.
his stairs are going to be fucking pink, aren't they?
No.
Whether that be pink wood or pink carpet, he's going to
What
be
about
pink.
pink wood?
Pink wood. You paint them pink, so...
No, it's not pink.
Now wait a second. Drew knows all about that pink wood.
I don't get it.
It's because you have a little 4-inch plank of pink wood in your pants.
Oh God, Darkmatter, I'm gonna let you call this one.
No. You can't put it. Wait a second. Let's remember that I also hung up on F1 Free. All right. I hung up on him. That should get me out of these bars.
That's a good point.
I think that Coctopus is right. He probably shouldn't get bars, but he could use a merkin.
You think
I mean,
we can meet in the middle? You want to meet in the middle on this?
The line up for the Merc, and I have to keep my head close still.
Trying to see what this.
I like how you put it on her.
That's way too big.
It's a
Way
big
too
old Merkin, bro.
Your head is humongous. There you go. Stay still, goddammit. That's part of you.
Proud to wear the Merkin.
That's part of you wearing American as you can't
Because at
move.
least I'm still free.
and
No,
Drew, are you sure you don't want that pussy wig?
I was thinking about that today, man.
Send this motherfucker an email here. All right. That's fine.
I was reading my emails again, and it's like everything you view on eBay, it'll send you an email like, "Hey, you were considering this. Would you like it?" And I just couldn't stop thinking about that American.
That gives me so many ideas.
No.
It's not.
Yes, it is, Brad.
Oh, read it again. Ready?
No, I don't need you to read it to me again. You've told me that he's the man's pink. He lives in a pink fucking house.
Yeah.
With pink cats and pink telephones. Yeah.
Yeah.
What colour are his stairs? I'm telling you, the stairs are going to be fucking pink.
No. Read it to you one more time. All right.
Don't want you to read it to me one more time
The
because I
answer's,
heard it.
the answer's in the question. All right. In a one-story pink house, yeah, there was a pink person, a pink cat, a pink fish, pink computer, a pink chair.
So is this the third time it's been
Yeah,
explained?
this is the third time, and that it's been explained to her after being told the original time. And how much is left in this video?
half.
Jesus, just skip forward.
Pink table.
And you know it's pink.
Jen, you just said it. You said in a one-story pink house.
Yeah.
What colour is the stairs?
Pink, Brad.
Okay, yeah, now that's ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
It makes it so clear.
Oh.
Jen, in a one-story pink house, what colour is stairs?
What did she say in one story?
How many
Oh my God, she
stairs
just said it.
Why did
One
you
story
keep
house.
that one story?
One flight.
How many stairs are in a bungalow?
Did you hear that? He asked how many stairs are in a one-story flight, and she's like, one flight.
Oh
A
God.
flight of stairs in a one-story house.
Maybe she lived in a one-story house where there was a set of stairs that went to like the roof. Maybe there was like a hatch or something.
Or maybe it had a set of stairs and she just kept walking up them and hitting her fucking head on the ceiling until she came too fucking stupid to understand this goddamn riddle. Anyway, next. I can't take... He goes on to explain, like, he's like, how many stairs are in a bungalow? She's like, so I don't know. I don't live in a bungalow. Like,
All right, well, this one, when we called...
it's not only Americans that are stupid, I guess is the point of that video.
It's a fair point. When I called TJ and Darkmatter for the podcast here, Darkmatter was late. And Darkmatter said that he was going to go work out. And this is what TJ and I picture Darkmatter doing.
Mm-hmm.
This is how Darkmatter works out.
It's called Feel the Burn.
Come on, baby.
That's Darkmatter. And
Actually, I would never do that because the fire would technically be making the weights ever so much lighter. You know, it'd be.
Jesus
And I go
Christ.
hardcore. You know, I got.
She just got that freedom.
I know. He can't handle it. Some people don't deserve freedom.
Some people are just repeat offenders. They're just like, he's like, you know what? I seen a pair of weights, like a set of weights like that in the gym at prison. Get bars.
Oh yeah. We're about to do away with parole for you,
You
Darkmatter.
have plenty of weights to set on fire during the riots in that prison.
That was our first sigh of the night. You hear that?
You could hear that.
Oh yeah.
I got it. I shouldn't have got.
Don't
this mic.
hide it. Don't hide it. That dude looks like the fucking Thing.
That it looks like the thing is burning them when one arm goes down. Is that what's motivating you to lift it up? It's like, ow, this burns my arm when it's down. I must lift it. Or it actually looks like their arms are probably coated in that you know what I mean,
shit.
flame retardant gel or whatever.
Nah, that's dude sweat, bro. You know,
That's I don't know. There's a certain point where it becomes disgusting. I used to bar back for a guy. I love him to death. His name's Josh.
used to bareback.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Barback, oh.
Bar back.
Okay,
Like
sorry.
use a bartender. Anyway, he looked like,
Again, Dev Shell said flame retarded.
anyway, this guy's fucking biceps were like, it looked like he did nothing in his spare time but fucking work out. And he was buff as fuck. And he made, I love bar backing for him because he made huge tips and I got a percentage of that because women were like, oh, here's a $2 drink, here's a $10 tip for this like hunk of a guy or whatever. But
You barebacked for this guy and got huge tips.
Oh, dude, I got a huge tip every time I barebacked with him.
And he said he was a hunk of a guy.
Jesus. This is telling stories here is like
No, this is
it's
fantastic.
like walking on. I'd like to say eggshells, but it's more like just testicles.
You're amongst friends here, bro.
Next,
Angry Pumpkin in America.
Wu-Tang. Woo! You guys know where 7-Eleven is? He just swallowed the roast, motherfucker.
that's Wu-Tang in it. If in case you didn't know what a Wu-Tang in it is, when the roach gets so small, you just inhale it, suck that whole bitch down, and this
God
motherfucker
damn.
didn't see nothing and walks in. He's like, "You guys know where the 7-Eleven is?" It's like, "Yo, you just Wu-Tang that joint, motherfucker. What up, bitch? 7-Eleven is over there."
It's like small, average-sized white kids. Motherfucker. God damn. Oh, yeah, this is interesting.
What do you think is going to happen in this clip, Darkmatter?
Don't read
I
it.
think that the esteemed gentleman without the shirt is going to do something problematic.
No, you're wrong. I can tell you because I've seen this already. This plays on repeat a few times, so...
Oh, okay.
What's this right here?
That's my penis.
That's your penis. All right.
Jesus. Did you catch it, Darkmatter?
Did you? You want to watch it a few more times?
No, I caught it. It's okay.
What's this right here?
That's my penis.
That's your penis. All right.
Technically, this is softcore porn. This is softcore gay porn. Can we show this? Jesus. The cop's reaction is
that
what's
would be
supposed.
actually kind of brilliant if it was actually a gun. It's like the cop doesn't want to have anything to do with that. It's like, oh.
I've seen it happen before in an older clip, and it was a black dude, and the cop's patting him down, and he's like all up in his. I mean, in this case, he's almost to the pocket. This guy's just hung. All right. But in the other case, the cop is like all up in his crotch, like cupping his fucking junk. And he's like, "What is this?" The guy's like, "Heck, man, Jesus!" It's like, you know, I got one of those. I'm kind of worried because tomorrow I have to go through the TSA shit.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see what my white privilege does for me tomorrow when I'm
I
getting
don't
my
think
nuts
it's
squeezed.
for me. It's not going to do much. I'm a big scary looking dude.
Yeah.
I haven't done this shit in so long, and then my printer blows, so I can't even like do an online check-in because I can't print my fucking boarding pass. So I actually have to go fucking do the actual airport fucking... But they say they have kiosks where you can just put in your info and it'll print it up for you, but I don't know. I've already prepaid for every fucking thing. I already called the rental car place and found out how much of a deposit they take, put a hold on your credit card for renting the car, because they do that.
Yeah.
And that can fuck you up if you don't have enough money in the account.
What airline are you going with?
I'm going with Frontier.
Okay, Frontier has that discount deal where you go like, this plane is the bomb.
You go, Allahu Akbar, and they give you 20% off. You just do it right before you get on the plane.
I wonder what they would
They give you a free meal if you fucking sit down in the plane and right at takeoff. You're like, hello.
I was gonna say this plane is the bomb, but
oh
Jesus.
God. Jesus, it's a good thing you're already in
Like
the bars.
that'll get you in trouble. But what TJ's talking about will like get you probably in prison for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'll end up in Guantanamo.
You got to do that shit when
you fucking know it.
When you're waiting in the terminal, just like roll out a rug and just like lean down and fucking kneel on it and shit like that. Why, bro? It's freedom of religion. You can pray wherever you want to, bro.
Yeah. At the same time, makes people. The good news is that I'll be traveling with just basically my checked bag goes in, and then I'll just have my laptop and a bag, so that should make it pretty easy to get through all this shit.
All right, I just in the chat somebody said free my nigga Darkmatter, so we're gonna let him out.
I would think that a Muslim on an airplane, if you brought a prayer rug with you, that would technically be a flying carpet. You could be a fucking genie.
Jesus,
ran back in the virus.
We just
holy shit! That was a record turnaround. You went from the quickest bars to the quickest getting out and getting back in.
Dude, he was starting that joke when I said somebody in the chat said we needed to free him.
What's it called? Recidivism?
Whoa.
Recidivism, yeah.
Jesus Christ, you've got the highest rate in the country right now. You literally just committed a crime on your way, like through the doors to your freedom. Like you opened the doors and robbed the person that was walking in the doors.
Breaks his parole every time.
Jesus, what do you got next?
Baby muscles.
This is Darkmatter after he works out. If he was
Anaya. If he was what?
I said he was Darkmatter after he works out. If he were a black baby.
If he were a black baby. Sure, why not? Hey, and how come Jeffrey isn't black? Why does he gotta be white? What's that all about? The white angel?
Because angels are all white. Ain't got no Negra angels.
Negra
angels.
Anaya, let daddy see your muscles. Make a muscle. Anaya, flex your muscles. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, with that hair, it reminds me. Isn't that Biggie? That album?
Yeah.
Where it's just a little black baby with a fro.
I love the kids are fucking hilarious, man. This Darkmatter looking in the mirror after he works out, and his wife's like, "Good job, honey. You done good." You sure taught that shake weight a lesson.
I've never used a shake weight in my life.
No one believes you, Darkmatter.
Well, let's just say that after Darkmatter takes a leak, he's not shaking any weight. Hey-o! Booyah!
God damn it. You guys are fucking savages tonight with these jokes, man.
Yeah, that's uncalled for. Really.
It's because you have a small penis.
Do something rhythmic. And just consider what we do every day. Dances. The human dance. The flower dance. The bee dance. The giraffe dance. Do something rhythmic. Dance, sing, play games. There's a certain wonderful rhythm. Some people like to knit. Others just like to breathe. Now you see, our very existence is a rhythm. Waking and sleeping, eating and moving. And that's all we're doing. Just consider what we do every...
So is this
This is just a dude that has incredible fucking card skills. This shit that you're about to see, that you just started this clip, this one's fucking ridiculous.
What's it all about? Does it really mean anything? Does it go anywhere?
Oh, is that real?
That's real. This guy is fucking just one of those. This guy is one of those guys that could do sleight of hand and pickpocket you out of your fucking like front jacket pocket type of guys.
Dances. The human dance. The flower dance. The bead dance. Do something rhythmic. Do something rhythmic.
I mean, that takes a lot of fucking skill. Yeah, it's right up there for me. The guys who can do it with the pen, they take a fucking pen, they basically like twirl it just on the tips of their fingers and shit. That takes so much dexterity. It's ridiculous. I've never had that kind of skill. Even with the guitar, I'm more of a rhythm guy than a lead.
That's why you're a bass player.
That's right. That's because I started playing on bass. I got more into that. Yeah, you're correct.
Let's see. Remember we played a video, I think a few shows back, maybe a couple of weeks or whatever, where it was this girl that was doing all these horrible pranks to her boyfriend. You remember that? She put like dog shit in his sandwich and Vegemite and stuff. Yeah. Well,
I actually sent you a follow-up of that, but we might use it in the future. But I believe this is the
Valentine
style video.
Yeah, this is the Valentine Day pranks.
Dum 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 dum. Amber, darling, it's Valentine's Day. Amber, it's Valentine's Day. I got your present. Amber, wake up. I got your present. You know, I told you I loved you with all my heart. Well, one heart isn't enough. Amber, wake up. Look, I got you chicken hearts. Amber, what are you doing? What are you doing? I said I'd make you breakfast.
What the fuck are you doing? I just done my hair and fucking cut out my face.
Is this the sort of shit you do to your old lady?
No, she don't put up with this kind of shit.
I'm about to say, there's no way.
I don't even think that's real.
It might be. This might be set up even.
It's cold.
That smells lovely.
It's lovely. Oi, Amber, look, I just got this sample of chocolate.
Oh.
Try it. No, just put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth.
Yeah, it's not real.
Can't be.
Oh, why are you ruining everyone's fun?
Well, I mean,
why don't you just go ahead and say troll? Doesn't matter, troll or not, or troll. It's troll.
I mean, come on. It's like, come on, put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Are you going to put that in your mouth? And anybody who says that to you...
Wait a second. That's like the most commonly uttered phrase on Valentine's Day.
I saw that coming. I saw it coming.
I think it's poo.
And come on, man. Should have known like instantly. Has to be.
I don't know, man. Have you ever tried shit?
Really?
I've had some gourmet chocolate that tasted like shit.
Dude, I don't have a good sense of smell, but if you step inside a room with me and you have shit on your shoe, I can smell it. And you shove it into my face.
In Vegas, I'm gonna trap a bird. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna trap a bird underneath a bowl. All right. I'm gonna lift up the bowl, and you're gonna have to catch the bird. Oh wow!
Yeah, you managed to get one out of me.
Damn.
And he doesn't even get bars for.
Oh no! See, I'm free, and I'm not bald.
I turn right or back around and go right back behind the bars. Coctopus can talk dumb shit all he wants and not get bars. See, and
no. You know why? It's because I sent Drew videos like the one he was just about to play. Wait a second.
Sorry, he has a point.
Before you got to give me my freedom because I sent you this video.
You did.
This is the best Valentine's video ever.
This is someone who deserves bars. There's no audio though.
No, it's not supposed to have audio. Hug me, kiss me, be mine, or else I'm going to make you mine with these roofies.
Oh, the fucking internet. Oh, it's so beautiful. And you see Darkmatter? That's why TJ gets in and out like that.
Bam. It's called, what is it? Good behavior, I guess, would be the term here.
And I'll tell you what, Darkmatter, we're going to give you one more shot, all right? You're out on Bell.
You're out on Bell.
You're out on Bell. You take it easy. Don't be like this gangster crab who grew up in government housing.
Tirar o bichão do mangue, né? Ó, brabo.
Sweet Jesus.
Sweet Jesus.
Sweet Jesus.
The shit
He's
gets
like,
rough.
holy shit, man. I ain't never going back to the Caribbean again. I love how it's actually... You just swiped at him. You just took a real fucking swipe at him with the knife.
That is spectacular. This is an Irish crab.
Let me just say, he's crabby.
And nothing. See, I would have got bars for that.
You would have. I was thinking the same thing.
It's because the bars are already sized for you, so he's hoping that that'll blow over and you'll tell the next bad joke so he doesn't have to resize them.
That's exactly what I was thinking, too. Oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
This is Darkmatter's live on the podcast.
Oh, shit.
That's a rough day right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit some. This is a goodie here. This is the future of masturbation, Darkmatter.
Oh.
Pay attention here. You can tell it's the future by the music.
By the music.
Oh, Gary!
Built-in gripper. It's adjustable.
That's right.
It even has a vacuum attachment, Darkmatter. So I'm telling you,
lips there are pretty classic.
What a time to be alive.
Well, she has no nipples unless she's got like some serious on the bottom of your tit nipples.
What, a man can't masturbate in his own house? Oh, that was a kid.
The 90s. The scrambled porn era.
I'm pretty sure that was a nipple.
Jesus, and the music. Yes, the music just makes it. The Virtua Doll. Isn't this
Video
one of the...
game controller, I guess. Jesus.
Isn't this similar to... Go
When
ahead.
you were a kid, like, back in the 90s, Cactopus, didn't it suck when you had, like a VHS tape where there was nudity at the front and nudity at the beginning and nudity at the end? So you had to do all that fucking fast forwarding and rewinding. It's like,
No, man. I don't know about your parents, but my parents were so loaded that we had a VCR that had a half-speed option.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was like, you know that movie, what was it?
He fucked those tapes all
Fatal
up.
Attraction. Fatal Attraction, man. That scene where what is it? Jesus, it's Michael Douglas and some crazy bitch. Who is it? Glenn Close?
Sharon Stone.
No,
I mean,
it's Basic
Instinct. So I
Instinct.
heard.
No, that's Basic Instinct.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Fatal Attraction. Michael
Fatal
Douglas.
Attraction. Okay.
I think it's Glenn Close.
Yeah, I was thinking of.
Jesus.
Yeah, anyway, so yeah, there was a scene that I was like, damn, I wish I wasn't watching this with my parents right now.
See, and what I was going to say, isn't these, maybe not this, but it's something like this that the feminists are pissed off about?
What, jerking off to sex scenes?
No, I'm talking about this virtual masturbation machine or whatever.
It's an anti-rape device. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, because they're feminists, and it doesn't
maybe
really
if they
matter.
Put out more.
Maybe if they bought a fucking vibrator, they'd get over it.
No, they were saying because they were supposed to make those like lifelike sex dolls or whatever, And they said that is, sexist or whatever because it makes it like women are only there for sex. It teaches men.
And that's the same as dildos.
Yeah, it teaches.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I mean, these people have fucking detached penises. Like, you can't objectify a dude more than that. That's like...
Well, I mean, they have fleshlights, too, so that you could say that's objectifying women. But quite honestly...
But it doesn't even matter. I mean...
Look, the entire point of the thing between men and women... the difference is you have this and I don't have it, so therefore I kind of like it. It's like tits. Although at the same time, unlike Drew, I don't want tits. But I like, that's what's fascinating about them is that I don't possess it. Like, sure, my dick is great or whatever, but I'm not like fascinated by it because it's been fucking there my whole time. You show me a set of tits and I'm like, whoa, unless they're like Drew tits, and I'm like, whoa. but you get the point. That's the fascination, is not having that like everyday look in the mirror kind of thing with it, and that's why couples lose interest after long periods of time. And she's like, I've already seen these tits, and I've seen them start sagging over the ears, and like there's better tits out there, and all that kind of shit.
Hey, be honest, TJ, your girlfriend's not home right now, is she?
No, she's not.
You're speaking way too loud.
But at the same time...
The thing that pisses me off about those type of feminists is that they realize that everybody is entitled to their sexuality except for straight men. They get all kinds of shit for their sexuality, but everyone else, no, they aren't entitled to it.
Right, because...
Stop raping me, Darkmatter.
Darkmatter's logic is really rapey tonight.
I think we've actually covered enough of this.
Are you sure? We're not even halfway through it.
Some electronics.
But the music. This is perfect, like 80s montage music.
Designed with a force feedback device that lets players feel the game.
Damn.
Oh, Jesus.
That's...
All right, this is going a little too far. I mean, Jesus.
Thank you, Darkmatter.
I just want to say
these goddamn virtual reality. It's like
these prudes have stopped me. Everybody in the chat here and watching.
Virality.
We're only halfway through this damn video.
No.
How much more is there?
Well, I want to see how far they go with it.
What more can you do?
Already. Just show me something else already. I'm so
I'm waiting for like the zero gravity drive to be introduced and the hydration system.
Oh no, wait! This one he has highlighted right here is fucking epic.
Oh yeah.
I titled this "Hitting the Holy Spirits Too Hard." All right, this is a question. So this lady's gonna ask a question. This is at some like church kind of, I don't know. They're trying to sell a book here. The lady asking the question sounds shithoused.
Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Okay. To be carnally minded is death. Amen. Right. So we need to talk about the Holy Ghost, because you need to get the Holy Ghost in order to be able to fight the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. You have to be born again. If you don't have the Holy Ghost, you're not going to defeat anything. You cannot. Okay? My question is...
Yeah, she's right.
Does the Holy Ghost cause erectile dysfunction? Or?
I guess it could.
I don't know. I've never had that problem. The thing about the Holy Ghost is when he enters you, it's like real spirit-like. You know what I mean? I don't know if you ever had a Holy Ghost. But,
go ahead.
He's holy, so he's easy to fuck.
All right, see, that deserves the bars to be resized, obviously.
No,
that doesn't even
you know what?
Just sitting there talking about Holy Ghost.
You know what Darkmatter's doing? He's setting
carnal mind is just carnal minded.
He knows how you're being tonight, TJ, and he's setting you up intentionally to tell a bad joke.
I think it's jealousy. He's jealous he's not about to go to fucking Las Vegas for 4 nights and fucking California and rock out with some awesome fucking fans and get shit housed and possibly tattooed.
We could get like a fucking big ass dragon on the back of Darkmatter set.
Get this actually tattooed across my chest.
In the same size.
Just to put things into perspective, I have a toddler, so basically every night it's like taking care of a drunk.
I like how you actually got a laugh out of your wife.
She understands.
No, I understand that she understands, but still, when you say it, it's just not funny. So getting and especially for the poor woman who has to live with you, that poor lady. Anyway, let's see some more of this video.
Amen.
Amen.
You are beautiful. You are beautiful.
Thank you.
You are beautiful. I'm gonna say something to you. No. This is not offensive. Yes, I do. It's not offensive, but I was at the grocery store, and I looked at a newsstand, and I saw you, and you had your breast shown. Okay.
It's okay. It's all right.
Go ahead.
It's all right.
So I wasn't gonna come here. I wasn't. But the Lord brought me here to see you. You're beautiful. You are a beautiful young woman, and your testimony is awesome.
This girl is drunk as shit, and man, they are.
They're trying to get rid of her.
Right now, they're like, why are they not taking the mic away from her? This guy's literally
trying to clap her off,
drown out whatever she's about.
It's like when the actors give those long speeches and they get played out by the music. That's what they're trying to do.
I was at the grocery store and I saw a picture of you with your breasts out, and I was like, I'm not gonna go there, but God said, go ahead, do it. And you know what? You're beautiful. You beautiful. Amen.
They told her to find the Holy Spirits. So, I mean, maybe she
found all kinds of Holy Spirits. This bitch is, if she's not trashed, she's just like really slow. At this point, like if she had a single drink, she would fall asleep because she's already like that slow. Her metabolism is that low. God.
Amen. Amen. And the Lord let me come to push back the judgment. Hold up. Okay, because this is real. Because you have to make sure what you say and what you do match up. You understand? Okay, so we're going to cover up, right?
Wait a minute. No.
All right, good. It's time to shut it down.
You don't tell my wife to cover up. She show them titties wherever she want.
Hell yeah.
No, that is not what we're here for. She's not gonna cover up. She's gonna wear what she want to wear. In the name of Jesus, amen.
I don't know. It sounds funny, but
it's funny that you never hear that argument made in the name of Muhammad.
Amen. She gonna wear what she wants to wear in the name of Jesus. Yes, she will. Yes, she will.
No sleeves. You notice that girl up there shaking her arms had no sleeves on. She's like, that's right. You can't tell me to wear sleeves. Ask my favorite YouTuber, Autospot78.
78. Autospot78. She is
I will never say it correctly.
She is my hero.
She will.
No, we're only halfway into this video, so she can't be done.
This shit, yeah, Holy Spirits is all I gotta say.
Absolutely. God bless you. We love you. I love you dearly. But she has been as Christian as she has been, that she is right now when she's worn whatever God is what she wanted to wear. So we ain't doing that. No.
See, this is another thing some of those feminists don't understand, is that women give each other shit for what they wear a hell of a lot more than men do.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Women are just as judgmental as most men, if not a little bit more. And
Internalized misogyny.
You catch shit both ways. If a woman doesn't wear makeup and you're like, you don't even have to say anything and be like, oh, you look good without makeup or whatever. They'll take that as an insult. Like, oh, I look terribly different than when I do wear makeup. Like, no. It's an observation. If I buy a new pair of pants and someone's like, damn, your ass looks good in those pants, or on the opposite side, like, damn, I can't even see your ass in those pants. It doesn't bother me. It's just like, yeah, it's a new pair of pants. Trust me, my ass is still there. Or if you can see it, glad you like it. Whatever. I'm not super concerned with that shit at all. Fashion advice is the last thing I'm looking for from anybody. I don't give a fuck. I wear sunglasses inside at night.
But those are cool, though.
You know what I find funny is my wife and I were at the department store, and I saw these jeans for women that had like butt padding and stuff, like kind of like a butt bra that's supposed to make your butt look nice. And I immediately thought of that Anita Sarkeesian video where like the video games try to accentuate women's butts, and I'm like, no, women want to do that them damn selves too, you know. I mean,
do you think it's not straight men who are going and having butt implants done for the most part? For the most part, there are some, sure. There are guys who have like chest implants, not breast implants, but like to make their chests look more bulky and all that. Dude, that is not interesting to me. I'm not interested in any kind of medical procedure that is not fucking necessary. I don't want to pluck out perfectly good teeth so I can put in a bunch of fucking fake shit. None of that stuff. I don't even want to live to be old. Damn. Quite honestly, I want to live to be like a decent age, but I don't want to live to be like 80. Fuck that shit. I honestly don't. Like at that point, like just every day is just a huge struggle, and you're just searching for like that 2 minutes of fun in every day. I can't.
Every night before he goes to bed, he's like, "Please let me die in my sleep."
Watching everyone you love like die and shit like that. Fuck.
See, I'm the same way as far as fake body shit. I'm not interested in any of that because it would be kind of like would be like taking a chisel to the statue of David. You know, my body's already perfect. So what the fuck am I gonna? What is the doctor gonna do?
Thank you, Drew. I see you looking for those bars already. You're a good man.
Out on bail.
If you hadn't have done it, I would have walked out in protest. This chiseled bald fuck. What? They didn't have time to chisel some hair on your ass? Well, technically there is hair on your ass, but you know what I mean. Some hair on your fucking head. Anyway, I got to piss like a racehorse. I think it's break 30.
Oh, we're about to get good on this.
Oh, well, it won't matter to people on YouTube. It'll just be like a quick okay. Because I've been holding this piss for like 15 minutes now.
All right.
It's becoming...
All right, well, TJ has to tinkle. We'll be back.
We'll be right back. We'll pick up where we left off, all right?
Jesus Christ. It's fucking horrible,
Dude
man.
had anger issues.
Dude, I'd be angry if I was playing that game, too.
My favorite part was, Cat Mario. It's just like, Mario, but wait, there's a fucking twist. It's a goddamn cat. I love it.
That and everything is fucked.
And isn't that at the end of the game, that's like just the autoplay that kills him, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, so he's not even doing
anything.
anything.
Supposed to jump over that shit or whatever, but he looks like he put a lot of time into trying.
Well, on Mario, when you do that last thing and you run and you jump and grab the flag and go down with it.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, well, yeah, and he just automatically walks into the little castle.
But also in Mario, when you fucking get a mushroom, you get bigger. And when you hit certain things, they don't just like raise up and parts don't just fall down. That's just like a total troll game.
Oh, man. All right.
Let's continue this.
I'm going to try to get back to where we were.
All right. So, that way, if we have questions, we'll take questions. We will take questions.
It's almost like...
It was a question, though.
It's almost like he doesn't want to get preached at.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty funny. We'll take questions. Well, she's like, you're going to cover up, right? That's a question.
Yeah, but you don't mess with a man's titties. I mean, he's got to have his titties,
and he got to let everyone else see them too. Yeah.
But
All
somebody in the chat.
Darkmatter. When are you going to post those pictures?
Somebody in the chat said they know who this is. Who is this? Devom and Megan Good. Somebody in the chat was saying that before we went to break.
I don't know.
But if you have comments, you can save those for social media or for your prayer closet. Amen.
Amen.
Cool.
She's crying. She is crying right now. They want to see my titties.
I love you too.
There won't even be a rally for titties this good if they cured breast cancer.
Standing ovation for this shit. I'm done. I'm over it. What do we have next? I sent you a bunch of shit.
That was a goddamn letdown. I was hoping there's going to be like a fist.
Down, like, yeah, we love you.
I thought she was the woman in the audience was going to come back with something else.
I did too. Yeah. Damn.
Well, they probably took the microphone away from her after she just said, "Are you gonna cover up, right?" She asked her question, and they're like, "Well, if you got any real questions, we'll answer them." Until then, she's gonna show them titties in the name of the Lord.
Let's see. Bernie Sanders on Donald Trump.
So I say to the Republican colleagues, and maybe to Donald Trump, because Donald Trump, we know is no. We know that Donald Trump is the greatest everything in the world. There is nothing that this man is not the greatest at, which includes, of course, science. I mean, as a pastime, he is a world-renowned scientist. And one of his major scientific contributions in recent years has been to proclaim that climate change is a hoax.
Yeah, I guess because Trump makes...
Scope says he was there live.
Cool.
That's super awesome.
No, but I guess because Trump makes the news for all this other shit, I've never even heard him talk about climate change.
Huh.
Have you guys?
No, I haven't, but it doesn't surprise me.
He's got some terrific people working on it. He's going to be the best. You've never seen anybody like him. He's so good at climate change, you make your fucking head spin.
He's the greatest at humility.
I'm the most humility person, humility-based, humble person you've ever fucking met in your fucking life. All right, I'm Donald fucking Trump.
Darkmatter's your lifeline on that one.
Now, for Republican candidates, that is not an unusual idea. But he added something to it, being the brilliant scientist that he is. And he said that this hoax was created by the Chinese. And that really shocked me, because I thought he would have thought it was created by the Mexicans or the Muslims. The Chinese, well, what can you do?
Wait. That doesn't make any sense. Why would Muslims invent climate change? They want to sell us the oil.
Yeah, oh! What?
I just broke Coctopus's internet with that joke.
Alright. Darkmatter, if anything would ever get you out of the bars, it's killing TJ's internet connection with your bad joke.
It's so bad that my internet was like, I'm not even going to make you listen to this shit.
Bottom line here, we are fighting for the future of our planet, and we're going to win that fight because we love our kids and our grandchildren.
Donald Trump. Old Trumpzilla. TJ, by the way, you got my money?
Yeah, I got
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I was
Yeah, you
muted.
do.
I said Bernie was implying that Trump doesn't love his kid, when in actuality he literally loves his kid.
Oh, yeah. No, that was good. That was good.
Terrible.
Jesus, it's cold. It's kicking my
Yet
ass.
your internet is still running, so obviously not.
Yeah. my internet allowed that one through. My bad joke filter must be on the.
Your antivirus, your anti-joke software, it hasn't been updated.
It's like joke block.
Saying that Darkmatter left a comment on like my last video, and I told him I was gonna have to go back and check the bald on my spam filter.
I didn't see if anyone replied to that one.
Yeah, it was a bunch of people. I don't know. I think they were saying bars and shit like that.
I gotta check it out.
Notifications a day.
All right, Guy.
Is that his name, or is it just because he's the only guy on the panel?
This is our future. This is our feminism.
Oh
wins.
yeah, it's like one of those
Yeah.
videos that like we play at the end of the show from time to time, where there's like no gender pronouns or whatever.
Except for guys.
Yeah, it's just guy.
Straight white guy is like, guy. All right, guy.
They call you sissy. CISSY.
This is going to be the battle royale, no question. And I think you and I probably both agree that President Obama will likely name somebody, and it will shape up to be one of the most defining issues of this campaign season. Speak about what Republicans should do in this moment. I mean,
Well, first off, did anybody see? Because Obama's going to get to decide who it is because that's just the way it works. Did anybody not see that Republicans would vow to block any nominee that Obama would put forth?
Oh, of course.
I mean,
They've already broken the filibuster record by giant amounts. Like they
did that early on.
Shame. Nobody has been filibustered as much as Obama or the Democrats have been in the past 7, 8 years. And of course, everyone knew that they would freak out about this. I've already heard conspiracy theories, which you might have lined up for later. I'm not sure, but it is really. It's funny because if it was a conservative president, they'd be like, "It's his constitutional duty as president to do so." But since it's Obama, they're like, "He should just wait till we have a chance." And by the way, if Bernie Sanders was to win, they would be a lot less happy with who got fucking appointed.
Right.
I'll tell you that much.
And the funny thing is the longest it's ever taken is 5 months. So they're looking to break some records here. And the very thing that they're worried about is the thing they're doing. They're worried about Obama putting in an activist judge. Well, I mean, that's the reason they want to delay, is because that's what they want to fucking do. They want their people in there.
Right. Sure as fuck are not looking for the most neutral person in these situations.
Yeah, and just if they think they can stall this for another goddamn year, that's just, I mean, I guess it could.
It's only 10 months, Drew.
I mean, I guess it technically could happen.
But yeah, they'd have to double the previous.
But that'll just be another excuse for them to not get anything done in Congress because they'll be fighting this now.
And what it should do is it should be a big fucking backlash that should piss off the average American citizen, and just show, where their actual loyalties and lie, and where they're, that they're not actually for the people. They're for themselves.
Right.
it was the first question at the debate on Saturday night. We almost knew it would be. How do they stand up for a justice that's going to reflect their values in a heated campaign season when there's a very liberal president in office?
They should do what it appears they're doing, which is to say President Obama cannot and will not replace Justice Scalia. There's an election process already underway. The American people are voting to select a new president. That new president, no matter who he or she may be, will select that replacement. And there's lots of precedent here. It has been more than 80 years, as we heard at that debate, since a Supreme Court opening came up during an election year and was filled during an election year. There is a long history of the Senate declining
That's pretty false, actually. Reagan, it happened for Reagan in '88.
Yeah, but he's saying
And
he's
while
saying
it
during
was,
an election year though.
I think 77 when they originally he was appointed in 88 is the point. Like put up there in 77, appointed in 88 during election. And by the way, it says nothing in the Constitution about like, well, it's an election year, so that makes a big difference. Now look, if this was like after or like let's say a week before the election, I could totally understand the fucking point. Even a month, like that's some last minute kind of shit to try and like rush this through.
Yeah.
But we're talking it's not a fucking 3-year term. It's a 4-year term. That simple.
Right.
He still fucking he's that goddamn acting president. If you don't like it, get the fuck over it. You sure as fuck didn't bitch when it was Reagan, or if Bush had done anything like this, or when he got away with all the bullshit he got away with as president that you guys didn't make a fucking peep about. Fox News was an apologist channel for the Republicans entirely during the Bush presidency.
And they wouldn't want him to abstain from his other responsibilities. Why is it that they want him to abstain from this one? I wonder.
I wonder.
President selection in an election year like this, stretching from John Quincy Adams to LBJ, there have been multiple Supreme Court vacancies that have sat open for more than a year. So the precedent is there.
Weren't you just saying it was only 5 months?
That's what I've heard, yeah. Somebody in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard it was 5 months.
And it's heard from Rich, the Democrats at the end of President Bush's term, not just rank-and-file Democrats, the leadership, Harry Reid, Chuck Schumer, they were saying, no way we're going to allow this to happen. Chuck Schumer was saying nothing's going to happen as early as 2007, mid-2007.
Right.
They play hardball on the Democratic side.
No question.
The Republicans have to link arms.
The idea that the Democrats are the ones playing hardball really fucking makes me laugh. That's when you know that you're listening to like this is like when someone hits the bully back and he's like
These are the guys that rather shut down the government
than cede any damn thing. It's absolute bullshit, and it's pathetic to see him do this. Now look, it's Supreme Court justices have become a huge fucking deal lately because so much stuff has been challenged as like unconstitutional. So obviously it's an important decision. But just because you don't like the current president doesn't mean you get to like create some false timeline narrative where you can say, no, it's time to wait because we think we have a good chance it'll be Donald Trump. Can you imagine who Donald Trump would want to fucking put in the Supreme Court? Sarah Palin or some shit.
I think you hit on an interesting point there whenever you were saying, like, even if you don't like it, you got to understand that that's the way it is. If you want to change it. Because there's actually a lot of that I would be in favor of changing. The fact that you're a Supreme Court judge till death.
It's meant to be, like, worked upon.
Well, I'm talking about just, for instance, specifically on the Supreme Court, the fact that you're in there till death or till you quit. Like, there's no terms or anything like that for a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that, like that's shit that I would want to change, but I still understand that that's the way it sits and the way it runs now.
The reason they don't have terms and shit like that is mostly because they're not elected.
Right.
So, I mean, that makes a huge difference in all of this as well. I'm not sure
seeing as how
you're also interested in changing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I very, very possibly would, because, for them being able to do kind of what they're able to do, I mean, because that is a huge bulk of power and stuff like that. So, I mean,
I'm definitely not in favor of if like Louis Gohmert was in the Supreme Court, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm so happy he's there until he's dead. Like, I would much rather have an opportunity to get him the fuck out of there. I understand that, but when it comes, it's been so like that 4 to 5 or 5 to 4 vote kind of thing has been going on for so long. It's become extremely important to keep it somewhat balanced, and it usually happens that way because, we go back and forth, Democrat, Republican. So that president gets to put that Supreme Court justice in there, and it's the way it's been working out. They want to get one up. They think right now that it's more liberals than conservatives in the Supreme Court, and it's actually not that way.
What I was going to say though is one thing about it though is if you're in there for life, then you're going to be more likely to vote your actual conscience rather than the way whatever wind of popularity is blowing at the moment.
Exactly. In order not to have to sway your opinion in order to stay in power.
Well, see, but I don't know because also at the same time, it's the people that back you to get you into that position. Like you might still owe them. Like I don't know. I mean, it's a lot to think about.
It is, man. Look, politics is a complicated fucking thing, and I have a feeling like a lot of politicians might even go into it feeling like they're going to do the right thing, and then they learn how it works.
Yeah,
and they see that like the most they can do is these tiny little minuscule changes, and shit like that, and maybe a lot of those promises they make, they really mean it, maybe. But when it gets to the point of them actually having the opportunity to follow through, most politicians don't. And it's because the president doesn't have as much power as everyone thinks he does. He's got a good amount of power, but our political system is already obviously corrupted. And that's a problem with democracy. Unregulated democracy will quickly become corrupted because people will just pay for politicians and votes. And they said like Jeb Bush paid over $1,000 per vote. It turned out in I think it was New Hampshire.
Jesus,
you know what I'm saying? Like when you do the math, when you see how much money he spent and how many votes he got, it turned out to be like over $1,000 a vote. And when you're doing math like that, that's not real democracy. That's like money running everything. The more money, and in his case, it didn't even really fucking help. But it certainly does help, or has helped, to develop our current political system into what it is now. And that's why people are so interested in Trump and Sanders, because they are like the unmoneyed, they're not establishment, and people are thriving for that non-establishment shit because it's gotten so out of control.
Same here.
Yeah. Not only that, I think a lot of Republicans, Katie, feel like they gave Mitch McConnell that majority in the midterms, and they want to see that paid back to them. And, as Guy mentioned, you could cite Alito's confirmation in 2005. I was digging through my memory this morning, and Senator Barack Obama voted in favor of a filibuster.
Right.
So McConnell could flex his muscles and say, okay, 60 votes.
Right. Yeah, I think it's very important to break this down into simple terms. The President of the United States has the constitutional authority to nominate someone. The Senate has the constitutional authority to then, and obligation, to consider someone. They're under no obligation to confirm any nominee that the President of the United States puts up. We've seen in the past that Senate's...
Well, see, and that's one of the things that'll probably make it drag on until the election year, is the fact that the House of Representatives and the Senate are majority Republican. So right there, Obama's not going to be able to get anything, anybody that he likes or whatever, they're going to have a problem with. They've already said they're going to veto it or whatever.
Yeah, they're not going to allow it to happen.
They won't pass it.
The guy that they asked the question to said that, they already said that's what they're going to do. They're just not going to let anything go through.
Yeah.
And he said, what they're going to do, they're following precedent.
The way she words it, too, is very poor. Like, they're not obligated. Yeah, they're obligated. Otherwise, they could just do away with the Supreme Court altogether by never, approving anybody.
Can you imagine if it was anything else, like let's say there was a terrorist attack, and they were like, Obama shouldn't do anything. He should wait for the next fucking president because we're already having an election. He shouldn't make any kind of decisions because that's not what the president does or anything like that. Bullshit. They'd be calling him out for not doing something. Right. In fact, if Obama wasn't trying to push someone through, they're like, what is this president even doing? He's not even doing his presidential duty. He can't fucking win.
He went to the movies the other day. Did you see that?
But they weren't calling out Bush when he's like, look, we're going to get damn terrorists. Now watch this drive.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's try this one out.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Tamara.
Well, let me just finish. I wanted to say that one of the issues with Donald Trump that I have, that Omarosa seems to also have, is that he has not laid out a plan for issues like Black Lives Matter, the inner city issues in the economy.
How do we go from Iraq to Black Lives Matter? Stay focused, Tamara.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just stating my position here, just like you did.
So awkward.
It's so awkward to have so the white lady is bringing up Black Lives Matter, and the black lady is saying how it doesn't matter.
Well, not necessarily. She's just saying, like, we were talking about Iraq. Why are you jumping? Why are you jumping? Quit jumping. Don't jump.
Let's let her explain.
So let's focus on Donald Trump's statements on Iraq.
My issue...
Well, this is all fair game. This is all fair game. Go ahead.
Thank you. So my issue is that I like Donald Trump. I want to like him more. I actually want to support him. The issue is that I don't think that he has substantiated a lot of the claims that he's made, and he hasn't laid out any positions other than Black Lives Matter, inner city issues with the economy, other than the 5 points that he puts on his website.
And it seems like he's also trying to come out and talk.
And if somebody can pull that up, we ought to read that, the 5 points on his website. Because any bit of policy that he has put out, I haven't heard it. I would be really curious to hear.
He doesn't talk about policy very often.
He likes to use that excuse that, you don't tell people your plan, to do this or that, or they'll know what to, how to fight you. And like that's his plan for the... You're just supposed to trust that he has some great plan for dealing with ISIS, because he doesn't want to, tip them off.
Darkmatter, I've got a really good response to what you just said, but I don't want to tip you off, so I'm not going to give it to you.
Everybody in the chat, I have this foolproof investment plan. You just got to send me your money. I mean, it's brilliant. I'm the best at investing. Just send me your money.
Well, no, wait a second. Now, I actually have your address. Do you want me to put it out there so that people can send you that? Actually, you know what? Instead of money, just send him pubes. Ziploc bags of pubes. I'll go ahead and put your address on the goddamn podcast Facebook.
Actually, as far as hair goes, I'm okay in that department. It's just a little bit north of that area is where I have the issue.
What do we need? I swear to God, I'll give people my address if you want to send wigs, and I will send a giant box of fucking wigs to Darkmatter. Because
I will actually wear them on the show if you did that.
Yeah, let's do that. Obviously, I'm not going to give out Darkmatter's information, or anyone's for that matter.
And it can only be patrons. I don't want to get no lice-infested wig from some hater.
Really? You don't think a patron would send you some shady shit? Do you know our patrons?
Here's what
no patrons either.
I'll give you, for anyone interested, this is how we're going to make sure they're patrons. You have to message me on Patreon and say, I want to send a wig to Darkmatter. And what I'll do is I'll give you an address that you can send it to, where I can get it. I'll put them all together, and I will send them to Darkmatter.
But
there are all kinds of Ann Coulter books already. By the way, we haven't given away shit this entire show.
I know.
Can I just say though, I will not accept and I will not put anything on my head, Coctopus, unless you thoroughly inspect it first, preferably by licking it. You need to be that confident.
Damn.
That you're sending me something. I want you to lick the shit out of that wig.
Somebody quote that in the chat.
A fucking fetish. Just look, people, just buy a funny wig on eBay and then send it to me. I will put them all together. We'll send them to Darkmatter, and then we'll have him wear a different one for each segment of the podcast until he runs out.
Minimal $1,000 patrons only. That way I can trust you.
Jesus.
Actually, let's make that the goal. We'll make that the goal. You guys check out Patreon.
What a spectacular
in fact,
goal.
The first person to put the Patreon link in the chat right now wins something.
There's all kinds of quotes in this.
I want you to lick the shit out of my wig, Darkmatter.
Buy a wig on eBay.
There it is.
All right, 1AK.
Walter.
He wins it. So, if you're not a patron, you could be like 1AK and be a patron, and then you would have the opportunity to win cool shit like this. It's yet another copy of Jon Stewart's America.
How many copies of this shit do you have?
Every time I go to a place that sells it, I buy it. So you get another copy of that going out. It's actually a really good book, and it can keep you entertained for quite a while. So congratulations, 1AK.
You know, Ann Coulter is going to go on lockdown because the CIA is going to inform her that there's some crazy dude who gets a lot of Ann Coulter books and wigs in the mail.
NSA is going to be like looking through Darkmatter shit like this sick bastard. What the hell is he
get
into?
a Photoshop of Buffalo Bill doing the tuck, but Ann Coulter's face over it.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Bam.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, see?
That's the stuff of nightmares, dude.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. I'd fuck me so hard.
I want to see what else goes on with these assholes in this video.
Talk about September 11th a lot. He talked about how there was a bunch of Muslims applauding when the Twin Towers came down. Then he brought this up. It seems like he's politicizing this a lot and using his New York background for that.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, Omarosa. Nobody thinks George W. Bush
My
is
name
at
is
fault.
Omarosa.
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 Yes, so let's talk about Iraq. And let's talk about
Omarosa. 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 Omarosa.
It's a lovely name.
What the fuck is wrong with these people, man?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean
These people? I said it.
Jesus. TJ, that was my mother's name.
These people was your mother's name?
No, Omarosa or whatever.
Oh.
Donald Trump's position.
Omarosa, wasn't that a steak joint?
She was like, is that who the girl on the left is? Because
Omarosa?
I remember Omarosa being like a giant bitch on The Apprentice, and I didn't even watch that show, but she was like,
Oh, yeah.
it was like Puck from Real Life or Real World. I'm sorry,
Oh, yeah, man,
Okay,
you are bringing back some memories that I had locked away.
Exactly. So look, Real World was a bunch of people, and even if you didn't watch the show, you knew who Puck was, because Puck was a crazy motherfucker, and he did crazy shit, and you heard about it even if you didn't watch the show. Omarosa was the same way, but instead of being crazy, she was just a cunt.
Yeah.
And she was like such a cunt that you heard about her even if you didn't watch the show. And I don't know if that's who this is, but if that's, I mean, if they keep saying it, I don't know if they're making a point or calling her out by name. But she was a cunt back then, so it doesn't surprise me at all if she would still be a cunt now.
So this chick is from, what show is it?
And she is sticking up for Trump, right? Is she?
Yeah, she is, definitely.
So maybe she is connected in that way.
Positions when Tamara says that Donald Trump
Tamara,
grosses out and is not substantiated.
Oh, I like that. That was good. That was a nice little throwback on her. She said the other. She made that big thing about her name, and then she said the other girl's name wrong.
Omarosa.
Omarosa.
Yes, so let's talk about Iraq, and let's talk about Donald Trump's positions. When Tamara says that Donald Trump grosses out and is not substantiated, it's the same difference, boo. You want to come on with big boobs, then you deal with the pronunciation of your name. Look, Donald Trump stands firm on what his...
What?
Wait.
What? What?
You want to come on with big boobs? She can't just detach them for the show.
I love it because it's like, look, one's got like a low-cut shirt, but it's not like the other one's wearing a fucking turtleneck.
They should both be in burqas.
What did I tell you about women and, you know...
I fucking love you, Drew. Drew, did you hear that, Darkmatter?
No.
He said they should both be in burqas.
Oh.
I love it.
Problem
That's
solved.
right. Black, white, it don't matter. Cover yourself the fuck up.
position is about us going into Iraq.
Wait
It is
a second.
not something that he just threw out there. He's been saying that for a decade.
Why are you
and
bringing up Tamara's boobs?
It's what he stood for. Well,
I don't
because she
understand
started
why
going
you
back
brought up
talking
her
about,
boobs.
oh, you were a Democrat and you supported Hillary Clinton. If you want to get personal, we can get personal.
Wait, how
Let's
is
talk
how
about Donald
you
Trump.
support-
Wait a second.
That's
one
totally
one
different.
Exactly. One is you used to be a Democrat and support Hillary, and now you are a Republican who supports Trump. There is a big difference. That's not the same as getting personal, like nice tits. you know, or like you just showing your boobs. That's on the same level as when someone just keeps calling someone else a micro penis. Or something like that. Like okay.
Micro dick.
Sure, you made a video, but you got a small dick. Like, okay. Like, sure. It might be funny like once or twice, but Jesus Christ, get the fuck on with the point. Have an actual fucking argument. The fact that you'd be like, well, you called out my hypocrisy, so I want to point out some personal flaw with you, and we'll just call it a personal battle. No. Get the fuck out of here.
Talk about to do with the size of my boobs, considering that this is how I was born. I mean, I'm sorry I had.
No, I called you a boob. I'm sorry. I should have called you a boob. I should have called you a boob.
I should have called you a boob, and I'm going to repeat it 4 times to make sure you heard it. I called you a boob. I should have called you a boob. You're a boob. That's sexist, by the way.
It is.
All right.
I'm so
All
fucking
I see
triggered.
Is 6 tits on the screen right now, and only one of them gets called a boob.
But let's focus back on Donald.
You're pushing it, TJ. You're pushing it.
I honestly, when you started playing the video again, I was like, really? No bars?
Since we're talking about it, I might as well take off my shirt.
Let me ask you this.
Can we talk about Donald Trump? You want to talk about Black Lives Matter? Let's talk about it. If you want to talk about Iraq, let's talk about Iraq. But we can't be all over the place.
But Tamara made a point. She says
we totally can be all over the place. That's one of the things. Look, when you're having a debate about a topic, then fine, stick to the topic. But when you're just having a fucking discussion where shit comes out about a candidate and you just want to talk about this or that or the other, sure, it does not always stay on topic. If you don't, I've recently had a few political discussions on Facebook. I do not do Facebook. I've recently started doing more Facebook. The political discussions on Facebook are so fucking all over the place that if you expect it to be all on topic, you're just going to be severely disappointed and you're not going to be involved in the conversation at all. It goes all over the place. That's how conversations go. That's why this is a conversation on TV and not a fucking debate with a moderator. This is just some dumb bitches with an opposing view and someone that runs the show in the middle. This is not an actual fucking debate. You can bring anything up that you want to bring up. And if it's off topic, bring up that it's off topic and bring it back to the topic. And that's the best you can fucking do. You don't have the option of being the moderator in an open discussion.
My wife is laminating these little plastic cards for my son, and the smell of the burning plastic is making me high as fuck.
And by the way, they're saying, which are you talking about? Both of them.
No.
Someone asked, which of these are you talking?
No,
both of them. Everybody. Everybody should be involved.
They're talking.
In the idea of like being. The discussion is open. If you are having a discussion about one certain thing, and that is what it's about, fine. But that is not the only thing involved in a lot of arguments.
That's not what they're talking about in the chat.
Huh?
They're talking about TJ having a micro penis, and someone says he does. And someone else is saying that he does, and I think some of them are getting confused, thinking he's talking about you, TJ.
Yeah. No. Okay. So in that case, yeah, these guys are confused. That was the differentiating point.
Yeah, they're talking about the amazing atheist, not Coctopus.
Jesus Christ. See,
Wait,
this is what I'm talking about.
You're practically the same guy.
I feel the need, since I'm a YouTuber and I'm an atheist and I'm tall, I feel the need that there needs to be a differentiation. All right, so what we're going to do is the amazing atheist, when we call him TJ, we're just going to call him either the amazing atheist or TJ Kirk, because we already all know his last name, and I don't put my last name out there. So since everyone knows his last name, nobody knows mine. Why don't we just call him either the amazing atheist? Call me Coctopus. I don't care. You don't have to call me TJ. This is just to make you feel more comfortable and familiar with me. Call me Coctopus. Call me regressive for all I fucking care. I'll respond to you. I don't give a shit.
You regressive fuck. Can we finish this video?
Yeah, please.
all over the place here.
She said that Donald Trump does not have the substance on some important issues like Black Lives Matter. Do you believe Donald Trump has the substance?
I completely disagree with that. Of course he does. But Tamara wants to focus on her saying he just has 5 points. Donald Trump has made it very, very clear that social justice issues are something he's going to address. And as Commander-in-Chief and, of course, President of the United States, he will have to be the president of the entire country, not just Black Lives Matter, immigration, which he's been very, very vocal on.
Yeah, but see what they're doing. And this is classic. This is like a politician's tactic. They're asking you for, like, I guess the specifics that he said he would do, but all you're saying is like, oh, he's totally gonna take care of that.
He's gonna do that, but look, it's a bigger issue, all right? Like, what are you gonna do about poverty? Well, look, we're gonna worry about poverty, but we can't just worry about the poor. We got to worry about everybody. That's not even a fucking answer.
Wasn't she the one that was just talking about staying on topic?
Dark matter? That's a get out of jail free card.
Yep.
All right, you put that in your back pocket, sir.
You hang on to that one. You're going to need it.
On economic issues, which of course are resonating with the voters. And so to say that there's no substance to Donald Trump, I take issue with that. And I think the voters who are clearly supporting him, since he's so substantially high in the polls, would disagree with that as well.
Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, then, for you?
Pardon me?
Hillary
There's no secret, sir, that I worked in.
Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump? Pardon me?
Well, I think she's going on the defensive here.
You seem to be on top of everything everyone was saying up until the point you got asked the simple question, Hillary or Trump?
Pardon me?
Hillary
There's
Clinton
no
or Donald
secret,
Trump?
sir, that I worked in the. There's no secret, sir, that I worked in the Clinton White House. But I'm sitting here because I believe that Donald Trump is the best choice to become the Republican nominee for president and to become president of the United States.
But
so there's no question about where I stand.
That's not even support. Who do you support? This or that? I'm sitting here because I think he's the best chance. That's not even who you support. Like, if that was the case, then you just go for what... That's the argumentum ad populum at its core. Like, I'm just here... promoting the person who I think has the best chance of becoming president, not someone I actually support in any fucking way or I agree with politically. Get the fuck out of here.
In White House, you're not going to vote for Hillary?
I just said that. No, I mean, obviously, I'm going to support Donald Trump because in 1997-98, I worked in the Clinton administration, which by happenstance was the time that we were going through an impeachment because of Bill Clinton's behavior. Of course, I'm going to support Donald Trump.
Does that have to do
you previously said you support?
Jesus.
What is the fuck? What she's bringing up all kinds of shit that doesn't. She's like, of course I worked for the Clintons. But that was around the time that he was getting in trouble for getting a BJ. All right? So therefore, I support Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's crazy. She said she's supporting Trump because somebody got a blowjob. That's the insanity of what she just said.
Wait a minute. So why do you guys support Trump? She was
bringing up how someone else was fucking like switching off topics and shit like that. Do you support Trump? Yes, I do, and here's why. Instead, it's it's Hillary or Trump? Well, everyone knows I worked for Hillary, but that was around the same time the impeachment for the blowjob thing and the is thing. So therefore, Trump.
Trump is a billionaire, and he thinks his daughter is hot, and he has really tacky taste. He's obviously going to turn the Lincoln bedroom into the blowjob room. What the fuck do you think is going to happen, lady?
He's gonna turn into his daughter's bedroom. Is what he's gonna do.
Like I said, the blowjob room.
Do you think that's interesting that, like, we all knew that they were going to start bringing up Bill Clinton getting a blowjob in office whenever we knew Hillary was going to run? But do you ever think it's kind of funny that what they focus on with that is the fact that Bill Clinton got a blowjob whenever they could have a case by saying, he lied under oath or something like that, but it's not about that for them. It's the fact that the dude got a blowjob from an intern.
You have to keep in mind that after the first Bush, like, there was a lot of shit, and they had to make Clinton look bad. Right. And it's the same thing that happened after the last Bush with Obama. The last Bush looked so bad for Republicans and conservatives that they had to make Obama look as bad. You can't let them get away with like, oh look, the Republicans look like shit and the Democrats kind of look mediocre. No. You got to make that mediocre also look like shit so that they say, look, we might have looked bad. Look, remember how bad Bush was? He was bad, right? But then Obama. And then Obama was so bad that we couldn't even let him pick a Supreme Court justice for the last year of his term. Like that, they have to turn it into like, look, Bush wasn't bad, but he wasn't as bad as Obama, right? You miss Bush now. No, it doesn't fucking follow. Is what it. They've taken someone. They take far right bullshit and bring it slightly to the center, and call that Republican. And then they take far left bullshit, bring it all the way to the center and sometimes center right, and call that Democrat. It's unforgivable how far right the political spectrum has moved, and I think that's part of the reason that I'm not so against the far left making a little bit of headway. And it's not because I support like far left, like that regressive, all that kind of bullshit, safe space. Not any of that. But I'm saying maybe if that does any kind of good, it will be bringing the political spectrum like a little, or at least slowing it down from going too far right.
Well, I don't.
On the other hand, it could help to speed up the political spectrum moving to the right, because people look at people who want safe spaces and they say, I don't want nothing to do with that, and they end up moving their personal political spectrum to the right, which in general would not help anybody. So I guess it's all out there. But I mean, if there's one good thing going too far left can do, it's to try and move that political spectrum, because it's
I don't think
on a constant path rightward.
See, I don't think it really does that. I think it alienates the people that are trying to live in some sort of a sensible middle ground, and it's even forcing some of them to think, like for certain issues that one side is doing bad on, the only other option they have is to leap to something that's that much, extreme, into the social justice stuff like that. Like seriously, who can you vote for right now that isn't either batshit or a social justice nut? There's no option to vote for on a main stage.
I definitely do not support the safe space, the ridiculous shit that I've been seeing going on. I definitely do not support that kind of shit. At the same time, when the alternatives that I'm seeing on the other side are like Cruz and Trump,
right?
I can, you're forced to be somewhere in the middle. You're forced to be somewhere in the middle, and that middle area, like, look, there's black and white, and those are two obvious shades, and a lot of people fit into there. I'm not talking about race or color of skin. I'm talking about like political views, like black and white. But there are so many shades of gray, so fucking many. I hear there's 50. I feel like most of us fit in that shade of gray. If you call yourself a skeptic, you are forever in the shade of gray. You can never say, I go all the way this direction no matter what. Because that is avoiding skepticism. If you are a true skeptic, if you're truly open-minded about shit, then you have to be able to willing and able to listen to different arguments and move within that gray area. And you should only be terribly black and white about very certain issues, and you should have damn fucking good reason for it.
Right. I don't know, like right now, if you're talking about the bad points of the left versus the bad points on the right and stuff like that, that's why, especially this election, I don't see, nothing really catches my fancy to where I'm just like, I can get behind that. I mean, there's different little tidbits in there that I'm just like, okay, I think that's a good idea. Or I think this would work better, or I would prefer to live in a society that lived like this or whatever. But there's nothing that is just invigorating me, just being like, oh man, fucking done. Like I would love to vote for that person or whatever. I don't see that in any of them. But that being said, I would definitely vote for a Democrat over a Republican, because Jesus.
I think we're gonna do the first giving the bars to someone in the chat. Svart said, "So TJ, would the 50 states be 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, Svart stole my joke. I said that earlier when you were like, but there's black on one side and white on the other, but inside there's all these shades of gray. And I was like, yeah, TJ, I hear there's 50. And what I did, I wanted to make a horrible joke just to make the point that I can't be barred. I shan't.
You can be barred, and it's when I find the closest cop in Vegas and be like, I think that guy over there has crack in his pocket.
Oh, God.
This is what happens when a goddamn podcast host gets tenure. Just completely fucking abuses the shit out of it.
Fucking liberals.
Yeah.
Libtards.
Honestly, I love being in the gray about a lot of things. And that goes for like the death penalty and guns and all kinds of shit, man. Because going too far one way or the other is never the solution. Completely prohibiting something doesn't solve shit. Whereas completely making it like free for all, like for pot, prohibiting it doesn't keep people from smoking it. But if you were to totally legalize it, where it's like it's fine for people to show up to work high or drive while they're smoking a joint, like I understand you can't have that. There's regulations. That's the fucking gray area. That's the gray area. The gray area is where problems are solved. It's the black and white that doesn't solve shit. You can go so far left on an issue that it doesn't solve anything, so far right it doesn't solve anything. You have to fucking make, and even if it's a further left issue, or you go further left, like the right-wingers would say legalizing gay marriage is going too far left.
Right.
Well, guess what? That's too far left for a good fucking reason, and it's not affecting you in any real fucking way. Let it the fuck be. Whereas I would go too far right, I'd say, with the gun issue, because I'd say you don't need to ban it, but you can definitely put some regulations down, and there's plenty of fucking guns and hunting, all that kinds of shit. You can get away with it, man. So now we're moving more towards the right of the gray spectrum. And you can formulate your fucking opinions without having to be a complete idiot about this shit.
Is the gay marriage issue really a left issue, or has it just been framed that way? Because was like civil rights a left issue? Was women's suffrage a left issue?
Yeah.
I think that.
No, I honestly would say yes, it is. And things like child labor, the 40-hour work week, all of those things were left or liberal issues.
Yeah, because I guess it goes
started by the right wing.
Yeah, well, I guess that's how I would break it down. I would agree with TJ there, because if you're talking about left and you're talking about liberal principles, civil rights absolutely goes in there with
absolutely.
What we consider liberal principles.
Even when you say like, oh, the Republicans are the party of Lincoln, the Republicans used to be a lot more fucking left than they are now. Trust me, Republicans now are not fighting for the rights of everybody like Lincoln was. And they love to tote the Constitution and the rights and all this shit, but then they're the first to shit on it when it does them a fucking favor. And it happens on the left as well, with free speech and safe zones and all that shit. Fuck all that as well. Like, I watched a video of a cop giving a ticket to a guy for fucking saying the words anus and penis just off of a university campus or college campus or whatever. And the cop was like giving him a ticket for disorderly conduct for protesting outside of the campus because people on the campus were offended. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that altogether.
He literally said it's against the law to offend somebody. And apparently that officer, the guy had his ticket, like he didn't have to get, like he got the ticket, but then later on, after he called his lawyer, and his lawyer's like, what's going on here? And, the chief said, all right, we're throwing out the ticket. He offered an apology, and they're retraining the officer. And, I'm like, they should have trained him in the first fucking place.
Well, yeah, you should definitely.
Your job is to uphold the law. How are you supposed to do that without knowing the law? Yeah. My job is to prepare fucking food. How am I supposed to do that if I don't know how to use a knife? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Let's see if we can play a quick one here before we go to break.
Oh, a quickie.
I've got to blow my fucking nose.
Yeah, go
Someone
ahead.
said I'm getting my swerve on. They are absolutely correct. I'm getting prepared for Vegas.
That's right. Tomorrow.
The first thing we do when we show up to the airport, me, Drew, and Neeb are all meeting at the airport. We fly in like within an hour of each other. and then we're gonna go hit like a liquor store, and then we're gonna hit the hotel, and we're gonna get absolutely shithoused to get prepared for the rest of the fucking stay.
That's right. God damn it. What do you see? Walgreens. Is Walgreens open 24 hours?
I don't give a fuck what is open.
No,
it's
I'm
Las
talking.
Vegas.
No,
We will
I'm
find something.
I'm talking about for now, because after the show, that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get some Vicks or something.
Some Vic? Oh,
Vicks.
You poor best. There are certain Walgreens that are open 24 hours. You might want to look yours up online.
Yeah.
Before you make the trek over there.
Yeah, well, he's printed lies. He said,
They're talking about Ted Cruz, what rhetoric Ted Cruz has used against Donald Trump.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't hear that
he's
at all.
printed lies. I mean, there's so not only printed. I mean, I think he's taken out. Look, what he did with Ben Carson was terrible. I've never seen anything like that. It was a total lie. And by the way, 10 minutes after the election was over, the caucus, he went and said, "Oh, I'm sorry." He called Ben, and Ben didn't accept that apology the way I look at it. Okay, didn't accept the apology. So I don't want to be in a position where it's Saturday evening and I get a phone call from him. You know, I'm really sorry about that. My staff did something. He did 3 or 4 things. For instance, he talks about me being against the Second Amendment. I am the strongest person running in favor of the Second Amendment.
Dude, it doesn't matter what the topic is. It's the same speech.
He cannot fucking help himself.
Nobody does
best.
it like
He's
Trump.
the strongest. I got the best people. I got the strong. I'm terrific. The best. Number one.
I'm a member of the NRA. My sons have been long-term members of the NRA, and they're extraordinary shots. Vote
for me. My sons can shoot a gun.
Thing is incredible. So what he does is he'll walk up and he'll say something. He said, "I will appoint liberal judges." Donald Trump. I just saw it. Donald Trump is going to appoint liberal judges. I named 2 judges that are, and I named them during the debate. I was the only one that named 2 judges that I would appoint.
See, it's just, he did it again. How many times in this like a 2-minute video? We're not even halfway through it, and he's already done the same shit twice.
Trump is the best at naming judges, because I do.
He's number 1. All right. In fact, he'll elect 2 judges. He'll get
2 for the price of 1.
Supreme Court judges after
Jesus Christ.
That would be the best Supreme Court.
It's going to be a tie every time.
2 judges. That could be somebody else. But those 2 judges are highly respected conservative judges. They'd be great judges to appoint. But he just gets up and said, if Donald Trump gets in, he's going to appoint liberal judges. Just the opposite. But the only way you can fight it, and the only way I can fight it, is all the press here. But most people can't fight it. But he's a liar. So he'll go up and he'll absolutely lie. In fact, Henry, who is lieutenant governor, said, I can't believe the things he's saying, because he understands the views on everything, and he just comes out and boom, boom, boom. Absolute lies. Now,
dude, that's politics. That's what they do.
Ted Cruz could say the same shit about what you were saying right now.
That's what all of you are doing to each other. This is why you get to where you are. Is bullshitting about each other.
Simple question, and wouldn't this be considered a Gish Gallop? Because I've heard him go like on and on and on and on.
What was the original question again?
Exactly. He's Gish Galloped us enough that we forgot the fucking question.
I literally did. Yeah.
This is why he'll make a great president.
he'll apologize, but I don't want an apology after the election. I want the apology before. And if he doesn't, I'm going to bring a lawsuit because, in my opinion, based on what I've learned over the last 2-3 days from very top lawyers, he doesn't even have the right to serve as president or even run as president. He was born in Canada. So I will bring that lawsuit if he doesn't apologize.
Wait, for an apology? Wait. It's not a lawsuit because you actually believe in it. It's a lawsuit as a threat of blackmail if he doesn't apologize. If he apologizes, then he can run for president. But if he doesn't apologize, then he cannot run for fucking president. That's the way you fucking see it. Get the fuck out of here.
It's a big fucking game to him. It's all leverage.
It is. And when you play that leverage game, it says a lot about your fucking arguments.
Yeah.
When you have to threaten people not to release information on you or something like that, it says a lot about you in the fucking first place. I always say in these podcasts that I say shit that is wrong all the time. I need you guys to be skeptical of everything, including what I say, what Darkmatter says, what Drew says. I want you, when you disagree with us, I want you to go find the information and research it for yourself. And if I am wrong, I want you to say so. I want you to fucking tell me where I'm wrong. Leave me a link. Have me read up on it. I want not to be wrong. And a perfect example is that universe shit that I talked a bunch of shit. I rewatched it. I rewatched it, and I talked a bunch of shit. And then I read up on it, and I was like, man, I sounded like an idiot. Well, guess what? The only way to fucking make that right is to admit that I was wrong and move the fuck on and educate myself and not be as ignorant the next time around. People like Donald fucking Trump and Ted Cruz, for that fucking matter, are not interested in that at all.
Well said.
The sad thing, though, is in their positions, running for president, anytime that you admit you're wrong about something, people just take advantage of that shit and, you know, put a fucking spotlight on it.
It's not looked at as a strong point to say, hey, I was wrong. And they call it flip-flopping.
Yeah.
Now, if you are flip-flopping for political gain, like Hillary Clinton does, go fuck yourself. But if you're flip-flopping because you've actually adjusted your perspective and, like, come to the realization that, like, your facts were, you know, that the facts don't support your position and shit, dude, that is fine.
But the trick is, how do you tell?
That's being called open-minded. No. How can you tell is when you can argue against the arguments you used in the first place. That's how you can tell. If you used shitty arguments and then you later come to realize that they were shitty arguments, you should be easily able to dispel your shitty arguments, and that's how you can tell Darkmatter.
Mm-hmm. But if you're like one of those people who claimed that they used to be an atheist, yet they shell out Pascal's wager, then you're like, oh, go fuck off.
Someone says TJ for president. He might have been an ass, but we'll take.
Hey, Darkmatter, leave Kirk Cameron out of this. Okay.
Yeah. Come on, man. I need something to jerk off to.
Speaking of jerking off, TJ's going to rub one out while we take a break.
Oh, sounds like a plan.
Can put you to fucking sleep.
It was, I titled that Autistic Satisfaction, because autistic people really like to see shit, like, completed.
I used to like watching that show, How's It Made?
Yeah.
You ever watched that? Yeah. Seeing how they make
it made? How were fat Texans made, Drew?
Our fat parents get together and fuck.
Just simple explanation. Autistically satisfied.
Jesus. You gonna do one of your little?
Oh, you want to do me a giveaway, huh? A little giveaway.
I didn't say it.
All right, first person to post the link to the goddamn podcast Facebook, which is where we're going to be posting all of our pictures as they come up on the Vegas trip. So post the Facebook and go like it, even if you're not the first person to post it. I said Facebook, you dipshits.
Patreon.
Yeah, so become the first person to link the Facebook. There it is, Fudge. You get a future Vegas gift. I believe that's your second one.
I'd say that earned him a Vegas lap dance.
Ooh.
Oh, I'll go ahead and get that for you.
How you gonna meld that?
I'll have to put it in a jar, if you know what I mean. So if you are not following us on the goddamn Facebook, do that. And like us, or whatever it fucking takes to become a part of our future pictures. We'll be posting them on the goddamn Facebook during the trip. I figure that would be the best way to show us, or show you, how much fun we are having.
It should be a lot of fun.
It should be. I'm hoping. I hope Drew doesn't sneeze on me.
I'm going to sneeze on you. Because if I'm going to be sick the entire fucking time, you're going to be sick. You bastard.
I'm already sick.
I'm gonna be like the guy in that movie Outbreak that like rides on the airplanes and spreads like the plague that I picked up in like the backwoods of Texas.
Oh, look at you! What is that?
Rag?
Drew. As long as that's not your jerk off sock, because I heard he cut himself on that once.
You had to wash them every once in a while. I learned the hard way.
Drew got an infection and cut himself on his jerk off sock.
Jesus. If you take
next, what do we got?
Rubbing my face with a jerk off sock. Anyways. Here we go.
Faithful to his pledge as Ted Cruz.
Look at that sea of cotton tops.
I see some bald.
Look at all them.
I'm seeing a lot of bald spots.
Just old white people going to see Glenn Beck. It's like an American pastime.
And he's wearing that sweater vest. Of course. Sounded like somebody was listening to Guns N' Roses in the background there, Darkmatter.
I have never seen anyone who, against all odds, I mean, there's nobody that's on his side. There's nobody. The media hates him.
Didn't he used to say this about Sarah Palin?
I can't remember whether I'm pretty sure he's talked to Sarah Palin before. He interviewed her when he was working with Fox News. He asked her who her favorite founding father was, and she's like, all of them.
Yeah,
I shit you not. Just like her newspaper answer or whatever, all of them. And he's like, no, seriously, which one? And she's like, George Washington. Like
hates him like I hate Woodrow Wilson.
One thing I like about Beck is he says, "There's nobody for Cruz," and like he's saying that in front of like a big Cruz thing, and then there's everybody there is for Cruz. And he's for Cruz.
Cruz won Iowa. You know, like Cruz is like, what is he? I mean, he's still losing to Trump overall, but he's like second.
Yeah, dude, he's on a turd cruise.
Turd cruise. Didn't we do that? We put him in like a litter box or something. Turd Cruz.
We did. It was Ted Cruz's fucking face on a piece of cat shit in a litter box.
Hey, they liked your joke.
Good. See, that's why I stay out of the bars.
Hates him.
Well, you talking about me, huh?
Yeah, claps.
Dude, you got to clap. Can everybody please clap? I'm asking for an applause. There should be an applause sign up there. Yeah. We don't want to trigger anybody. No triggering.
Snapping.
My next cartoon has a lot of snapping in it.
Oh, God, you should have used me for that because I got a great snap.
Oh, I did a fine job. For anyone who doesn't know, my next cartoon is going to be on the SJWs.
Oh, spectacular!
Nice. See, look, for all those people out there that are like, TJ's wrong on that regressive thing. Octopus is just terribly wrong, dude. No. I hate the SJWs and that that safe space bullshit just as much as anybody. My problem is when that hatred for people like that overflows into people like me. Like when people call me an SJW in the comment section of a video in which I call someone else retarded.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You've lost your fucking meaning to me. Like from now on, anytime you use that insult on anybody, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt because I know how you use that insult. It's not an accurate fucking insult. You might as well be calling Bernie Sanders a fucking communist because I know it's fucking inaccurate and it's bullshit and I'm not going to take it seriously at all. Done.
The Democrats hate him. The Republicans hate him. You have to ask yourself why. Why? Because he's not going to make the deals. He's going to raise a standard to which the lies of the...
Wait, He said the Republicans can't stand Cruz. They can't stand Trump. What is he talking about?
Well, he can't stand the smell of their own shit. They can't stand it. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. Republicans, quite honestly, are just as bad as the SJWs in a lot of fucking ways. Like, I don't want to hear about your faggotry. Whereas SJWs are like, I just want you to hear nothing about anything except, what we want you to hear about. It's the same kind of fucking ideology. It's going too far to one side of the political spectrum.
He's going to play by the rules, and the rules that are set forth in the Constitution of the United States, not some House or Senate rules, but the Constitution. I'm sorry, you need to go to jail. I'm sorry, that's wrong. I'm sorry, that's unconstitutional. That's why. And I've never seen any man as brave. I said...
Cry, motherfucker, cry. Jesus Christ, he took that big gas. He did one of those...
Glenn Beck? No, he doesn't cry. He never.
Behind that curtain back there is a chalkboard. He's going to show you.
He can only cry from one eye, because the other one, an alligator, bit it.
Clean up to the.
I'm sorry, a crocodile, since it would be crocodile tears, right?
Jesus. TJ,
don't just play the video.
Something on the road.
Just read the chat while I play the video. You know it's coming.
First time, 2 nights ago, and when we were flying in, I said, I don't know why the Lord told me to tell.
Nobody? Really?
No bars. That's right.
Dude, what the fuck? These people aren't even paying attention.
They know what a good joke is.
They're not even paying attention. They're not paying attention. This chat is fucking brutal. There's no way they would let you get a free pass on that.
No, they know the difference between Darkmatter and TJ.
The story, right? I swore I was never going to tell this story. But I learned not to edit myself with the Lord. And so I want to tell you this story again. Here's one of the real reasons why I left Fox.
This is going to be great.
Waiting for it. So here's the real reason.
Oh, first off, this is one of the real reasons I left Fox News. Didn't they fire him?
They got he lost so many fucking sponsors doing his crazy shit. Remember, he said that Obama had a hatred for white people.
Yeah, like a deep-seated hatred for white people and white culture.
And his fucking mother is white. You can't say shit like that. Look, you could say whatever you want, right? That's free speech. But then people don't have to give you their money. Like, if I was to turn around and be like, if you give us your Patreon money, I'm going to slip a dose of AIDS into all the rewards that you fucking win. That's my free speech to say that, I guess. It would be against the law to do it, but you would totally have the free right to be like, I don't think I want to be a part of this Patreon anymore. I don't want to accidentally catch some AIDS from the goddamn podcast, which is totally likely if you are in the chat room and Darkmatter is here, by the way. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know this. Science just recently proved the link between, internades.
What you're watching right now is Coctopus's brilliant business strategy.
Yes, to make more money on the Patreon. Talking about giving them AIDS.
That's right. We all need AIDS. Patreon AIDS. All right. You know who recently came out with a Patreon and I helped him set it up was DPR for the Magic Sandwich Show.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And their Patreon, the reason that we support it through the goddamn podcast, or I made that choice pretty much for $5, is it's 100% to charity. Now, Patreon takes their cut or whatever, but whatever they make goes to Doctors Without Borders, which is a hell of a lot more than I can say for what we do with our Patreon, because it goes to like beer and all kinds of crazy shit. But for them, they don't do it for money at all, and I thought that was really cool. I helped him set it up because I knew it was for charity, and I became their first patron. And so I will totally allow for anyone that wants to go and look at our Patreon, see who we're supporting. You'll see the Magic Sandwich Show in there. It's basically a picture of a sandwich. And feel free to do that. All of the money goes towards Doctors Without Borders. And they're awesome people. And tell them we sent you, because we totally support charity events like that. We've always... Darkmatter has always done it. Drew has always done it. And I have always done it as well. We 100% support these kind of charity events or shows that make money for charity. That's...
And DPR is a man.
There's nothing greater, really.
Yeah. In DPR, well, Darkmatter, have you ever personally hung out with DPR?
No, just online.
Yeah. Well, I mean, TJ and I have hung out with him in person, but Darkmatter knows. DPR's a cool dude.
He's really fun. His back was hurting him when I saw him. His sciatic nerve was bothering him. And so he was like, look, I know you want to take me out around town or whatever, but can we just like maybe go out to eat at the restaurant where because I work in a nice restaurant. He's like, let's go, because he likes seafood. I was like, let's go there. And then I got us basically a motel room and a cooler with like a bottle of whiskey and a bunch of beer. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I passed out before him, but
he wanted you to massage that sciatic nerve.
Oh yeah. It was actually a lot of fun. What we did was we watched a few like newer videos. He had a little laptop, which is one of the reasons I got one, because I know how much fun it is to have one and be able to watch old videos and laugh at them, or newer videos and like talk shit. And that's basically what we did. And then the next day I wanted to take him out shooting, but the range we went to, they wanted way too much fucking money. So I ended up taking him to Gatorland, and he got to see a bunch of alligator.
Alligator done bit him.
Amos Moses.
It
ain't legal hunting alligator down in the swamp now.
We were about to hear the real reason Beck left Fox News.
Well, let's hear
it. There it is. He's doing a fucking Mr. Berns with his fingers right now.
Choose Cruise is the fucking... Is their slogan? Is that their slogan? Choose Cruise?
Surely not.
Sounds like Blue's Clues.
Choose Cruise.
I was called into an office, and I was told, stop talking about God. I was told, stop telling people to pray. I was told not to tell people to pray on their knees, because there's a lot of people in the audience, their knees hurt, and I make them feel bad. I was told...
What the fuck?
I like how dramatic he is. Always so fucking... Just such a fucking playing it up. Just
I'm having a hard time telling whether he's joking or not. Like, I was told not to talk about God. Okay, that could be serious. Or it could not be, because it's fucking Fox News. But they run segments about like, is heaven real or not and shit.
Yeah, I'm not buying his bullshit. That might have been like a peer who told him that. But I don't think that.
But by the time you get to like, I was told not to tell people to drop to their knees and pray because people's knees hurt, you know he's full of shit. Like, that's a joke. He even got a laugh out of these people, and they had to take a breath out of their oxygen mask. That was funny.
Stop telling people to pray, because that takes God's focus off the important things like war.
So fucking.
Oh, come on! Nobody who believes in God thinks that God has to focus on one thing instead of the other. The very fucking nature of God is supposed to be that he's omniscient and omnipotent, which means he doesn't have to focus.
God.
I wonder if God dressed Glenn Beck in a fucking, what is it, a sweater vest and a fucking
it looks like
sleeve shirt.
You know when you wear a suit, but you wear that little button piece inside?
He looks like the accountant at a lumber yard. Like,
you know what I mean? If he's at the lumber yard, he's the guy that sits in the office and drinks coffee all day.
Exactly, the accountant, like I said.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's like never had a wood chip on him, but he works at a fucking lumber yard.
Puts on those like grufty boots and shit like that.
It's like, excuse me, guys, can I get someone in here to like sweep up some of this sawdust? I don't want to get it in the soles of my fucking brand new shoes.
Oh, here's more back.
Oh God!
Oh God! And he's a lumberjack again.
I am the guy who talked in 2009.
Is he bragging about something he did?
No, it's the belly. Like, look at him. He looks like he's about 4 months.
Letting himself go?
He's going to give birth to a whole new America.
I am the guy who talked in 1999. I told the listeners of New York when I was on WABC, I'm telling you, there will be blood and bodies and buildings in the street, and the guy whose signature will be on it will be Osama bin Laden, and it'll happen in the next decade.
Okay, pause again. Nothing to do with what he just said, but did he get orange again?
Yeah, he did. Dude, he's almost the color as the right wing logo.
Video.
Dude, yeah, we're up closer now. But like, he's almost the color of the right wing watch. Like,
it
icon.
almost looks like he got severely burned before he went on stage.
Nobody listened to me.
The shit he's saying isn't even that impressive. I mean, because terrorist acts occur. I mean, like I was in college at that time and I had a speech class, and for some reason there was a lot of fucking religious people in the speech class, and there was a speech that we could make about whatever topic we wanted, and everyone fucking picked their religions. And when it came time to do mine, these are supposed to be 10-minute speeches, like with a 5-minute Q&A afterwards. And when it came time to do mine, I did mine about how all their religions are fucking wrong. And the Q&A session after that took up the rest of the class. It went like 45 minutes.
Damn.
And
nice.
And I mentioned about this stuff. Like, I talked about terrorist acts and stuff and how there's going to be more terrorist attacks. And this was like 2 weeks before 9/11.
So you predicted
I was not being prophetic or anything like that. I was just...
No, you gave him the idea. You dipshit.
Sure.
Way to go. Wasn't Darkmatter talking about people joining ISIS on one of our shows?
He joined ISIS. Darkmatter joined ISIS like 2 shows ago, man. It's been all downhill since then.
I want to see a little...
These are scandalous allegations.
I want to see a...
Alakazation. Like, look,
somebody...
I also took a speech class, and we were allowed to do a speech on whatever we want. It was a second... I was the only person in this class to get an A. I'm not tooting my own horn, but it's because the very first class, you had to give an impromptu speech about yourself. And I just happened to, like, find something to talk about that people liked hearing. I don't even remember what the fuck it was, but... like, and then the next speech you get to talk about whatever you want, and then after that there was more like topic related shit. It was an awesome class, but I remember the speech that I gave was because someone had talked shit about me having a chain wallet. This is like I was, you know what I mean. This is a while back.
I wear a chain wallet,
but I had a fucking like long chain wallet. And like with a thick chain, not some like pussy stuff. Like it was meant to be like blah, in your face. And someone had talked shit about it, and someone else had agreed with them. And this is during like a cigarette break from that same class, because it was like a 3-hour class once a week. And so when I chose to do my speech, I did it on the chain wallet, and I gave reasons why it was awesome. It was an anti-theft device. It was a personal defense device. Like you can whip it out and like just whack someone over the head with it, and how it just plain looked badass. And I gave all these reasons, and people were randomly giving you notes on your speech the entire time, and I could tell the handwriting, and even the people that had talked shit about it gave me like pretty positive notes on my speech. And they're like, even though I still think it looks retarded, you gave pretty goddamn good reasons and whatever. And so at least I can appreciate your like argumentative skills and shit like that, which played a big role really in me making YouTube videos and shit like that, because it was around the same time that I was doing the same, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I got nothing to hide. There's nothing I'm scared of being wrong about, especially to the point of not wanting to be corrected. You know, but people like Glenn Beck and his audience, they're terrified of shit like that.
I just want anybody out there with your little Photoshop skills, because Darkmatter wants to join ISIS and all that. I want to see a little jihadi Jeffrey. You need to make that. So I'll add that as the icon.
You've never seen Jeff Hamid? I've already made him.
Nuh-uh.
Jeff Hamid, yeah, he's been in a couple cartoons. He's the Islamic version of Jeffrey.
I guess I haven't.
Are you even allowed to show that in a cartoon without getting shot up?
No.
He's like, no, I'm supposed to have been shot up by him.
Jeff Hamid was a creation that was a direct result of a Muslim death threat I got. He's like, if you talk about Islam ever, he gave me this really long, extensive death threat about how he was going to kill my father and my mother and everything. And so that was, I specifically made that video because of that death threat.
No, just admit you made that video because you were tired of people calling you an Islamic apologist.
Oh, this didn't exist back then.
You didn't say "fuck Islam" often enough.
I don't know if I've seen it or not, but maybe I missed it. Maybe I have seen it. I just can't remember.
Drew, you sound like you got a terrible cold.
I do, and it's getting later, and it's just getting worse.
You need to take your ass and get some airborne. I'm serious, or get something, because you're going to be miserable once you hit altitude in that jet, and the fucking sinuses really act up.
We've got 30 minutes of podcast left.
Yeah, well, I'm giving you advice because we have less than 24 hours until we're hanging out in Vegas.
Yeah, this time tomorrow we'll be in Vegas. So, yeah.
Drew's like, they had to delay my flight because I was hacking up a storm. They thought I was saying, "Hello, Akbar."
It's like, I was tased a dozen times, TJ.
Next decade, nobody listened to me and nobody believed me. In 2006, I started talking about the housing crisis. Nobody listened, nobody wanted to hear it. The crash came in 2008. Nobody wanted to hear about the caliphate. I was mocked and ridiculed. I am telling you right now, this is your last call, America.
Now, how many times have you said that before?
This is the kind of speech that you give in the shower, like bragging about yourself, and you would never say this shit in public. This guy doesn't have that sensor in his brain. He just
you're smart, you're handsome, and doggone it, people like you.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is just so unabashed, just fucking shameless, ego-stroking, megalomaniacal piece of shit.
Watching Glenn Beck talk and his audience applaud is almost like watching a Darkmatter video and reading the comments. It's really, really pathetic.
This is
I predicted the lottery numbers for every single year since the dawn of time.
Okay, I'm predicting right now. Okay, wait, first of all, for the first time in the goddamn podcast history, please clap. And by the way you clap on a YouTube video is by give it a big thumbs up, guys.
Oh Jesus, here we go with the drama again.
Everybody give a big thumbs up and share this on your favorite social media networks and subscribe to us, because it's not obvious enough we do this shit on a regular basis, and you didn't know how to subscribe until I told you to, and you didn't like this video until I reminded you did. Okay?
TJ's drunk.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I love it. It's awesome.
Last call.
It's the last call for them likes.
Yeah, last call. Last call to thumbs up this video. Everybody, right away.
Glenn Beck is trustee.
Trustee.
Yeah.
I'm here not as somebody to endorse.
Oh, now he's getting all weary.
Yes, he's about to fucking cry.
I'm not here as a guy you listen to on the radio.
Oh, he's so brave.
No shit. Oh.
As a citizen.
Oh, what?
As a fellow citizen.
Look at wait, alfalfa. Alfalfa.
What a melodramatic douchebag.
It's a Beckfalfa.
I am here as a citizen, not as a great hero who has predicted everything all along. I'm just like you, a regular, ordinary citizen who fears deeply for the direction of our once great nation, which will be burning by tomorrow afternoon.
If you don't elect Ted fucking Cruz.
Jesus.
And I am begging you, please do not dismiss the peril that we are in. Do not dismiss. Fall to your knees and pray to God to reveal to you what the hour is. Ask
the
dear
Bible
Lord.
specifically says that it won't do that.
Yeah, no man knows the hour.
He knows, though. It's Glenn Beck, guys. Maybe you didn't understand earlier. He got fired from Fox News because, bigger plans for Glenn Beck than nationally syndicated TV show.
Fox News, the fucking channel that sucks God's dick 24/7, fired Beck because God.
Lord, our dear Lord, to show you who the man is that has the integrity, who has the connection, who will fall to his knees at the resolute desk.
Look. No matter what guy goes into office or woman, isn't that what God's plan ordained? I mean, isn't that the way it was supposed to be?
It's just like in the last episode where, or maybe we did it on the Patreon show, where Pat Robertson gave us this whole fucking speech about how the American military was going to crumble and everything's going to fall to shit. And at the very end, he's like, hey, God's going to do what he wants to do. So he's
free
gonna,
will, in a nutshell.
He's going to do what the fuck he wants to do. So
it's the difference between free will and omnipotent and omnipresent and powerful God. Like you cannot have all of it together. It makes no sense, and you end up looking like a dipshit when you try and make it all fit together like that.
You look like Glenn.
Yeah, exactly. Like look, right here. We got a freeze frame of what the fuck you look like when you try and do that shit. You look like a dipshit fat fuck with terrible hair, wearing fucking plaid with a microphone, talking to a bunch of old other dipshits.
The truth of the matter, though, the truth of the matter is that he doesn't look that way because he's all worn out. He looks that way because he's making bank. This is his show. This is what he's supposed to do.
He's a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
Who before he asks doesn't think of a poll, but looks to the Constitution and the Holy Scriptures. Our Bible and the Constitution both
negate each other. Both don't agree with each other on like the most basic shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was Aaron Ra said it best. I don't even know if it was his own original idea or he was just mimicking it, but he was supposed to make a shirt about it, I think is what he told me. The First Amendment violates the First Commandment.
Yeah, I've said that in videos.
Yeah.
I don't know if people have said it before me, but I didn't hear it from anybody, and I said that.
I'm totally sure that you came up with it. You're the original thinker of that. Also,
I've never heard it until I said it. Frankly,
you sound quite honestly like a certain other podcast that's like never heard of other podcasts before they fucking came up.
You are desperate to get back on that show, aren't you?
No, I'm not. Quite honestly, but it does remind me of like, I'm not sure if I'm the first person that done it, but if anyone else has said it after me, well,
Did you say the word me? Don't steal my words, TJ. I say me all the time.
Fuck. All right. Well, how much do I owe you?
$50 on me.
What? God damn. That's a little bit. Does that get me a month of me's or what?
No, since the day you were born. Every time you said me, that's $50.
Damn.
This is unfair.
Better make it big in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some of this money back at the fucking blackjack table.
from God. They are both sacred scriptures. I know there is a God.
Like his hat's back on. He's back in like the middle of another one of his rants.
And those who worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob
are
Why
wrong.
is it always those three?
Yeah.
I guess they were the popular ones. It's not the God of Beck, is it? At least we have that to thank. If it was like the Beck of Robertson, or the God of Beck, Robertson, and Fisher,
Falwell, yeah.
I'd be like, whoa. At least I don't know these other three guys they keep referring to, but I know the three douchebags they're talking about right now. The God of... It's the funny, because the God that Glenn Beck worships is on the same lines as Fisher and Robertson and all those guys. But when you put all the fucking shit they say about what their God thinks and whatever, it doesn't always line up. And they all have different interpretations, but it's obvious that they believe in the same fucking God. It's so funny how the same God can be so differently interpreted.
Shoulder to shoulder for the rights and the responsibilities that we have been given. I know there is a God. I testify to you that I see a storm coming. And God does have a place for each and every one of us. It is your job now to be able to sleep at night, to go door to door, to talk to every person you know, to find the candidate that will stand where God is telling him to stand in an unshakable way. Get your family to vote. Get your friends to vote. You cannot stand on the sideline. It is not enough for you just to go out and vote. You must be an evangelist for the Constitution of the United States. This is your last call, America.
Okay. So now it's not enough that you just believe. And then it's not enough that you pray for it to happen. And then it's not enough that you vote for it to happen. But then you have to be an evangelist for the Constitution and Jesus, which we've already established is not one and the same.
Right.
Direct opposition.
Exactly. You cannot do one and the other without twisting something.
No. Yeah. Tell me which is stupider, that or this?
Probably this, which is saying
I'm going to go
something.
this. I'm immediately going this.
All right, I want both of you, don't say it, but read the title here and XSplit. And just know, that it's going to get stupid.
Wait,
we got some calls about the oldest person. That's 122 is the oldest living person that's been documented in modern times. You know, we had some callers called in right away and said, hey, what about Methuselah? Live to be 969. Great question.
Stupid fucks. What a bunch of stupid fucks.
That's a great question, by the way. What about Methuselah?
Did you know that Gandalf lived for 100 lifetimes? Was it? Is it 100 or 1,000? Someone in the chat correct me, but I think it's 100 lifetimes.
Well, he kept coming back.
So that's more than 900 years.
I mean, Gandalf came back. He died for our sins and came back, and he was like white robed
into the mouth of the, what was it called?
What was it? Hell's Deep. That he? No, I don't.
Balrog.
Balrog. That was it.
Whatever.
And here's the deal: we don't know all of what happened with the flood, but something fundamentally changed.
Jesus Christ! It just.
What was that? 3 words before we had to stop that and like wrap our fucking heads around it.
This is a grown-ass old man talking about fairy tales like they actually happened.
I covered a video of him interviewing some Noah's Ark expert, and they were talking about how many animals you could actually fit on the ark, and like
and they
how
took
many
the babies.
train cars that would be, and it's grown men talking about this shit, and not only are they talking about it, they're using technology. He's got a monitor and a microphone and a backdrop and a camera, and he's broadcasting, and he's telling you about fucking like Noah's fucking Ark and how people used to live to be 900 and something. It's almost as funny as Alex Jones, who's like, they're all watching me. That's why I broadcast everything out there for everybody. You know, like, oh yeah, I have to keep it real low key with my giant fucking like website and YouTube channel and everything, where I broadcast every fucking opinion I have, and it's because I have to be so careful.
Those oppressed millionaires.
It's like creationists are the world's oldest, saddest, most pathetic cosplayers. Like they actually believe in the shit.
They would actually be more like LARPers.
LARPers, okay.
The fuck is a LARPer?
They're LARPers that just went in too deep and never came out.
What is a LARPer?
It's a live action role play.
Oh God!
It's as pathetic as it sounds.
You ever see the videos where they're like someone's dressed up like a wizard and they're being like, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Wait. So
lightning bolt.
Have you seen that movie Role Models? Where they do that shit out in like the park. Darkmatter. Have you seen it?
It sounds familiar.
It's I don't know, Paul Rudd and the McLovin kid and all them. That stuff he does where it's like Dungeons and Dragons, but they're actually out in the park and they're fighting. That's what that is? That's LARP? Okay.
Have like padded swords and shit like that.
That's creationism, basically. Only they actually believe
it. That's how they live their normal fucking lives on a daily basis.
Jeez.
When the flood occurred.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
No, I've got my own kind of theory about.
I want to point out that at the beginning of this episode, Darkmatter said that he'd stick around only if we entertained him fully, and I believe the laughter we're hearing now is that happening.
Shit, I forgot to work out. God damn it.
Your ads are getting a good workout from all the laughter you're getting from the goddamn podcast.
I've got my own kind of theory about that, and it's just a theory that there was a vapor canopy that surrounded the Earth. This vapor canopy protected the surface of the Earth and the people who lived on the surface of the Earth from some of the harmful radiation that came from the sun and other sources. When that vapor canopy condensed and fell as rain during the 40 days of the flood, that protective shield dissipated. And so now there were some genetic impacts on DNA from this radiation coming in with no protection, no human shield. And I think that began to affect the longevity of people.
Oh.
So, wait. Someone lived to be 969 years old because
a vapor canopy.
The vapor canopy collapsed and the radiation helped them live longer.
No, the radiation made them live shorter.
No, and that's why we have shorter lifespans now, is because the canopy's gone. So back then, with the canopy, they lived much, much longer. Well, what an awesome plan, God. Thank you. Thank you. Because what the fuck did we do, by the way? Why do we get shorter lifespans even though we had fucking nothing to do with that shit that happened in the past? So wait a second. A bunch of people fucked up. We have no clue who the fuck they are. But somehow we're descendants of the people who ended up on the Ark. All of the animals are descendants of animals that were on the Ark, plus all the ones that were on the Ark that are now extinct. Right? But that was for whatever. God works in mysterious ways. Right? So, but then now we get shorter lifespans and diseases and all kinds of shit because back then they made, and this goes all the way back to Genesis with the fucking tree of knowledge,
of
eating from the fruit of the tree of knowledge. Now, we have to pay for that with death and pain and childbirth and all the kinds of. It's like, Jesus, can you imagine that if you had a dog that shit on the rug, right, and then like it had puppies, and then the puppies had puppies, and then like it further like 8 generations down, you're still rubbing every dog's face in the fucking where the first dog shit in the rug. That's not how you fucking do shit. And you can understand that as a simple human dealing with dogs, Why couldn't an ultimate being like God understand that with his fucking creation of humans?
Because the people who invented that God believed in the concept of guilt, generational guilt by association, punishing the children of fathers. To punish the fathers.
Sock in the chat here said it the best. The guys who wrote the Bible didn't know where the sun went at night.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean,
that's
pretty accurate. But I still think my analogy is accurate with like the puppies. You know, your dog shits on the rug, and like 8 generations down, you're still rubbing every fucking puppy's nose in some old stain, and you think it's doing something, but it's really just making the puppies terrified of you because they don't know what the fuck they're being punished for.
By the way, I figured out how to live to 900 too. But I'm going to start vaping, and I'm just going to keep blowing the vapor up above my head, and it's going to create that radiation block.
Work. Make you a canopy with it.
Hey, Darkmatter, how would you feel about joining us for our patron-only show in Vegas? I mean, like, obviously, since you are not coming to Vegas because you're a loser, maybe the least you could do is join us for the show.
What time is it going to be? When are you guys doing it?
We have not decided yet, to be honest with you. It'll probably be during the day sometime, and that's 3 hours behind schedule. So that'll be like earlier. If you have a time that's best for you, we can maybe try and work around that. Probably just be like a 2.5 hour show. We'll probably have a room full of fucking people. All like
it all depends on my obligations. Like I have all kinds of things. I got to take my kid to school, and I got all kinds of shit I got to do. But
wax the
if
lotus.
I can't, just send me a text.
Yeah, what I'll probably do is text you with like 2 options that we can do, and if you can, you'll pick one, and we'll try and go with that one. And if you can't do either, then I guess we'll just have to go a couple weeks without seeing your stupid animated face.
Bald head.
Everybody will just have to go home from Vegas, hanging their heads and being all mopey.
Like, god damn, man, there was only like 10,000 bald people on this vacation.
Here, let's get to a last nerve here, man. I think I'll get some medicine.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
This is the last nerve before we go to Vegas. And Drew, I want you to get some strong medicine. If you need, when we get to California, if you're still sick, we can probably go get a prescription done. You know what I mean?
Cool.
I like your idea, Mike, that everybody before they take their seat in the halls of Congress ought to pass an exam on the history of the United States and on the Constitution of the United States administered by David Barton and wall builders. I mean,
whoa.
First of all, David Barton has to understand the history of the United States. And
yeah, when Jesus came down and talked to Thomas Jefferson, helped him write it.
That ought to be a minimum. I mean, the minimum thing that we ought to expect is that the people who are going to be making decisions on our behalf, passing laws, would at least have an understanding of American history and of the Constitution. If they did, you'd never have something like this foul up down at Johnson Space Center. I mean, because it's a no-brainer. Only Congress can violate the First Amendment. Employees at NASA, they're not Congress. They couldn't violate the First Amendment if they tried. If they deliberately set out to do it, they couldn't do it. And this is prohibiting the free exercise of religion. They're telling these people, no, you can't say the name of Jesus, prohibiting the free exercise of religion, abridging their freedom of speech. That is the very thing the First Amendment says the federal government is prohibited from doing. It can't do it. I mean, this is not rocket surgery, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa, no.
Is that a joke?
I think he was joking. I hope that was just a term, because I've said that before. Rocket surgery,
but that's from a movie.
There's rocket science and brain surgery, rocket surgery.
Yeah, but that shit's from movies, but it's from movies I know this asshole has never seen. So
probably he might just be that dumb. Are you guys still seeing me?
Yeah, we are now.
My display crashed, and I can still hear you and see the delayed, but I can see nothing on Skype.
Yeah,
All right.
they're still coming through.
Right on. I have no idea what the fuck happened.
Well, we're almost done.
All right.
Talking about NASA here and the Johnson Space Center. So I think Mike's suggestion is good. Let's see to it that every congressman has to pass a test on the history of the United States and the Constitution administered by our good friends at Wall Builders. All right, Mike, great suggestion.
Didn't they have to do that when they went to fucking school?
School? What the hell are you talking about? You mean Sunday school? Mm-hmm. See, Brian Fisher was a Cajun. He lived by himself in a swamp. He hunted alligator for a living. He just hit him in the head with a Bible.
Holy crap. A bunch of... John posted Glenn Beck burning alive.
Oh, God. Damn.
That's kind of scary.
Calm down. We're seeing it now. All right, so, again, thank you for all of our viewers, especially the patrons. We love you guys the most. This is the last show before we go to Vegas, which is tomorrow. We'll be in this time tomorrow. We will all be in Vegas and getting shithoused. Well, not all. Me, Drew, and Neeb, and Scope, and then the rest. A whole bunch of other people are coming the next day and throughout. And so we are looking forward to seeing all of you guys. If you are having a hard time getting a hold of me for whatever reason, or us, and finding out where we are or whatever, please leave a comment on this video when it's uploaded to YouTube. If this video is not up in time or you don't see it, whatever, on the previous goddamn podcast video, and I will check with that and try and get in touch with you. Otherwise, most people know me through Skype. We'll be able to get in contact with you that way.
Yep, hit me up on.
It really shouldn't be an issue. I'll be in contact with Drew and Neeb tomorrow before I go to the airport, and Drew and I are ending up in the same terminal and shit. It should be pretty smooth. Here's hoping. But big thanks to all of you guys. You've made this happen.
Yes.
We're looking forward to seeing a lot of you guys. And for all the patrons, we will see you from the patron-only show in Vegas. If you're not a patron, you might want to rethink that life choice, because this might be the time to become a patron. So you get that special Vegas-only patron show. It should be a lot of fun.
That's right.
But again, thank you all. And Darkmatter, wish you could be there. But enjoy sitting your bald ass at home, and we'll let you know when the patron-only show is going to be, so hopefully you can join us too.
Well, I mean, it's all right. I mean, like, Drew's got a cold. He's going to motorboat some stripper and get snot on her boobs, and then I'm going to have to deal with that. It's awkward when you have to wipe a stripper's boobs off before you motorboat her. So
Just doesn't want to be the only bald guy there. That's pretty much it.
That's all I'm hearing.
Anyway, all right. So thanks again, guys. Stay tuned. Again, if you want to keep up with our Vegas shenanigans, check out the goddamn Facebook. Again, with the goddamn podcast.com website is up. Do check that out. And, of course, check out our Patreon and make that a priority if you haven't already. Our patrons will tell you that the patron-only shows are a lot of fun. So if you haven't been catching up on those, you've been missing out.
Yep. All right.
All right, guys. Drew, I'll see you in Vegas, motherfucker.
Yep. See you later, man. Darkmatter.
All right, guys.
Yeah.